Always nervous. All right. In 3. Damn it. We'll
Nervous, bro.
I'm keeping that part in there, by the way. Yeah, I'm a little nervous too.
Hell yeah, man.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're live. DJ VIYEZ. How you doing,
what's
brother?
up, man?
Good
I'm
to see you
doing
again,
good.
man. It's been a while. Before we get too much into everything, real quick, I wanted people to know where they could, at the end of in the description of this video, I'm going to link all the stuff for DJ VIYEZ if you guys want to check out his music, any of his upcoming events. You said that you didn't have anything coming up soon that is for sure, but where could someone go if they want to find your music?
If you guys want to, SoundCloud. I got all my stuff on SoundCloud. Mixcloud also. So I actually got a new hip hop mix I'm probably going to put out next week. So
yeah,
you can go check it out.
And also, and then we'll have all the links in there as well. Good news, this will be the first podcast that is going to stream. We are officially on Stitcher and Spotify as of yesterday. You'll be the first podcast on there. I told you a little bit about that earlier.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Tune in. We'll be up and running in about a day or two, and then Apple Podcasts will be in about a week. That's the hardest one to get into. Like I was telling you earlier, you have to submit all kinds of stuff. So
that's
hopefully all those things will be up and running, and then we'll have the podcast on there for people that want to listen to the just the audio version. Which is really cool. I listen to it in the gym, not my own podcast. That'd be weird as fuck. Huh?
Hey, but I mean, I listen to my own mixes. So
yeah, I guess I probably should. I mean, I listen to them while I'm like not mixing them, but like editing them.
Yeah.
I'm in them, and then I mix them, and then I edit them, and then I upload them, and then I check them to make sure they came out. By the end of it, I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit anymore.
Is there times where you're like, oh my God, like that's the conversation we got into? It was pretty dope. Like,
yeah, well, when I first started doing the podcast, man, I forgot to stay on subject a lot. And so whenever
you start rambling,
yeah, it was hard to do the clips because I would go back and I'm like, damn, I talked about something, but then we talked about something different, and then I came back to it, and I'm like, damn, but it's hard to search like that. So I started like training myself to like, let's finish a whole subject before we like go off into another one. Yeah. But yeah, there'll be times where I'm going back through them and I'm like, damn, like, how the hell do we even get here?
Yeah, conversations ramble on. Dude.
Yeah, dude, those are the best ones though. I wanted to ask you, because I haven't seen you in a while. We're talking about this right before we started. So
yeah.
I knew you in middle school for sure. Did I know you in elementary school? 6 for sure at Zia, right?
Yeah.
And then we went to middle school together. We didn't really go to high school. I would see you every now and then we went a long period of time without talking to each other.
Yeah, bro.
So we were friends for a long time, but there's this huge gap, which is why this conversation will be fun, because we talk about what the hell that up stuff. So the first thing I wanted to ask you about, you weren't a DJ when I last saw you, and then all of a sudden you're a DJ. Man.
Yeah.
And I saw you at some clubs here. And then all of a sudden you're out of town and now you're DJing. So how did you get into DJing, man?
Man, I was actually 15 when I really got into it. Yeah, I would go with my boy Luis. Go just set up lights and simple things like that. And then all of a sudden it started getting to like, hey, like I got this quinceañera. You're with that age group. What are they listening to? I'm like, oh, we'll play this song. Throw this down. Like just kind of more simple. Just the songs for that era. Jamming out to like a wobble when like the wobble first came out.
How do you even get a job as a DJ? Like because I always thought of that, because I thought about getting the radio, not as a DJ, but when I was younger.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like, well, I don't even know how to get started.
Yeah.
Like how did you like reach out to people? Like, hey, did you buy equipment and then just get good and then start reaching out to people?
Yeah, so it really is just like personal, like just buying stuff. Yeah. Like you just got to invest in yourself. So it was more like, okay, like I was actually playing on a controller, and now I play on vinyl. So it gets good. You just have to really just invest in yourself. You just got to take the time out. It's practice, repetitive practice. It's just, that's
and then you just reach out to people and they said, yeah.
Yeah. So
did you start off doing like birthdays and shit?
Well, quinceañeras, weddings, just simple things like that.
White. I don't even. You know how long it took me to register that a quinceañera is a birthday? I'm like, oh shit, that is a birthday.
Yeah, but technically, it's like its own party, so it's like quinceañera, all right, cool. Like everybody else gets drunk, the girl.
Yeah,
maybe sometimes, but not. Yeah.
Have you ever been to one where you're like, either a birthday party or an event? Have you ever been to an event where like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, how did I get here?
There's been a couple of times, man.
Really?
Like, there's just like, oh my God, like just you're there, and then you're like, oh man, like I don't want to play this music. I don't want to hear this.
Because they pretty much tell you what they want to hear, right?
I mean, like, yeah, I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I got paid for it, so I guess it's all right. But most of the time, like, there's some events I'm like, why did I say yes?
Is it like, is there a part of it that's kind of, I don't want to use the word offensive. Like you have your own music that you DJ that you like.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
do you think it's weird that people are like, hey man, don't play this and only play this, or do you like, hey, I'm getting paid, I'm just gonna do that?
I mean, like I cater to the crowd, so I mean, I'm always like just whatever the crowd wants to do, whatever they start feeling and vibing.
Yeah,
that's what I'll start jumping into. There's been times where like, hey, we don't want you to play this, we don't want you to play that. Most of the time it's weddings, which fair.
Makes sense because they probably have like a playlist, right? Mm-hmm. This is my intro song. This is this.
Yeah, bro, and people don't know this, but it's really time consuming for weddings. So like you have to like, I sit down with the bride and groom, like, all right, cool. Do you guys got this? Do you guys want that? Okay, what time is this all starting? What, like, you know what I mean? Just intros. You got to make sure that everything's right.
Have you ever fucked it up?
Surprisingly, no. Knock on wood, dude.
Bro, I'll knock on wood with you,
dude.
Could you imagine if there's like a wedding and like the bride's ready to come out and she has like a song, like it's her dream song, and then you play like the wrong one?
Dude, that's been like my ultimate like horror story, dude. Luckily I haven't done it yet. There was one song there was one time a bride requested a song for the father-daughter dance and the dad didn't like it. So
he didn't already know the song?
No, because it was kind of like their special moment, and then he's like, nah, he's like, play the other song. So luckily for me, like on the spot, I could pull music and like, all right, cool.
So you got it really quick?
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, what song
is it? And it was the dad that told you that?
Yeah, well, it was the dad that told the bride, like they stopped dancing, they walked over to me. I was like, was everything all right? They're like, yeah, he just didn't like this song. I was like, oh,
what if she's like, this isn't my father?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was something wrong with the music.
Oh my God. Oh, I thought it was me.
Girl, that's your problem.
It's not you, it's me.
I just realized this guy's not my dad. That'd be weird as fuck. That'd be funny, man. I always think, because I'm getting married, I'm engaged right now.
Oh, dude, congratulations.
And you haven't had a chance to meet my fiance yet. Thanks, man. But you will. And so we've been doing wedding stuff and like planning and looking at venues and stuff, which we'll probably hit you up about, by the way.
Man, yeah.
But we were talking about the DJ stuff, and we always we're like, well, how does it even work? Like, do they just listen to what the fuck you say? Because I'm the type of person that I don't really care. Like, as long as it's like, dude, I can get down to any kind of music. Like, if I'm being honest, when I was a kid, I used to hate country, man. And I think it's because my mom listened to country a lot.
Yeah.
I fucking hate my mom, so like it made sense. And so like
1 + 1 is 2.
I would tell everyone, I'm like, hey, I like all kinds of music except for country. I'd always say that. But then I started going to country bars a lot because one of my buddies, Hector, was in the country. And
I mean, that's kind of all that is here too.
Yeah, well now this is like back then too when everyone went to El Paso. There's like a little bit of Texas. There was one Dallas Nights. I don't know if you remember.
Did you ever go to Tumbleweed?
No, never.
Tumbleweed was a country bar.
Was in El Paso or here?
Yeah, and then there was a Wild Horse. Wild Horse was on the far side of El Paso. Yeah,
I went to a few of them, and I remember thinking like, God, like country bars are so much more chill than hip hop bars.
Yeah,
because people were there to kind of dance country, or the girls are there to actually meet dudes who's there to meet girls. Yeah. When you go to a hip hop bar, and this isn't everyone. I saw this last night, bro, at your gig, where there's people there specifically trying to fight, and you're like, God, man, like why can't you just like
riffraff? We'll call it riffraff.
Yeah, we'll call it riffraff.
That's like
I'll tell you the story from last night because I didn't get a chance to tell you this earlier. This is my story. Don't worry. I'm like, okay. So I ran into one of my friends there, and I don't know if you know him or not, but I won't bring his name up just in case. But is a really good friend of mine. Almost same scenario. I hadn't seen him in a long time. Definitely haven't seen you longer, but this is a friend that I hadn't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Super excited to see him, man. And I think he had just gotten there because he was just chill. You could tell he hadn't been drinking at all.
Yeah.
And he got a little wild, man, but it was like quick. And I remember him the way he was. I didn't realize I think he like was struggling with his drinking. Ego? I wouldn't say alter ego. Maybe a little. I think that comes naturally with people that drink a lot, right?
Some people, I don't have an alter ego. I just get a little bit more like funny, but other than that,
I mean, technically, you have an alter ego because you're a DJ.
Yeah, I got to put on my DJ voice.
But what I mean is, like, he got like really like in an instant, bro. Like me, like if it's a night where the next day I'm like, damn, last night was crazy. It starts off normal, we're having fun, and by the end of the night it gets crazy, right? But with him or with people like this,
just a flip.
It was a flip, bro. Like he was chill, and then all of a sudden he was hammered, and he was like just doing. I don't want to get too much in what he was doing, but he was obviously hammered to other people as well, aggressive a little bit. I was like, dude, there's gonna be a fight. Like he's gonna start a fight for sure. And there's always fights where you're DJing at last night. And so I was like,
surprisingly, there wasn't last night.
No, there's almost always one though. And I always stay, just see that little area up top, like that stairs. Yeah. I always just chill up there and I just watch the fights. Like, cause I'm like, one's gonna pop off for sure.
I got $10 on the guy that wins.
Yeah. I was like, but it's funny because sometimes the bouncers come in and then I saw one, damn, I've seen so many fights too. I saw one where the bouncer broke up 2 dudes fighting, and then the dude's chick started hitting the bouncer while he was like holding the other dude like behind the neck. It was like a reality show, bro. We're just like, oh shit, it was me and my girl and some friends, and we're just watching.
That's hilarious. So funny story. My roommate DJ Chopsticks. We used to play at Q Time.
I know. I don't know him, but I know who he is.
You know
He's from here too,
who
right?
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know who he is, but yeah.
Yeah, we're not like friends or anything, but I know of him.
Yeah. So, anyways, we used to DJ at Q Time, played at Q Time, Lavish,
Back
Halo.
when that was a thing.
Yeah, dude.
Both those things aren't things.
Dude, I
anymore.
miss those. Dude, I miss Q Time.
Really, I actually like Q Time. I did not like Lavish though. I did like Q Time.
Lavish is pretty dope. It was cool.
Was it?
It was
Maybe
laid
I just
back.
went on a bad night.
It was laid back. It was.
Wasn't Robbie like the main DJ there though? It was his spot.
It was his spot. He owned it.
But he would let you like just DJ sometimes.
Yeah. I had the Thursday night, and then sometimes he'd call me in like Saturdays or whatever.
Got you.
But funny story.
Yeah, go to the story. So, see, I'm doing it already.
No, it's
we're
cool.
still going.
We're still talking about. So, anyways, like talking about fighting and everything, I saw like I was able to see the security footage of my boy because he played one night. I wasn't there. I think I had a wedding to do, but he ended up getting in a fight, bro. Funniest thing in the fucking world, dude. I'd never seen this dude fight. So this other dude like tries to tackle him. He just throws him over the fucking table. You've seen Chopsticks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's like 4 foot.
Short guy, yeah.
He's knee high to a grasshopper.
Well, how big was the guy that was trying to fight him?
Dude was, probably like a good 6 inches.
What's the story behind it? He just threw him over a table?
So this dude, so he was pissed off because he had to pay his tab. I guess he thought that they were like ringing him up more than but dude was drinking. He was partying, obviously. So he was giving one of our bartenders shit, and she's a female, so he was just the way he's talking. Then so
he went to like get him out.
Yeah, he's just like, hey man, like just pay your tab and fucking leave. And
the dude chucked him.
He's like, what are you gonna do about it? And he went after him and just launched it.
That's like one of my biggest fears because I'm a bigger guy. But you remember how I was. I was not always this big. I was pretty.
You were
skinny.
always tall.
I was always tall, for sure. But I was really skinny for the longest time. And then I actually did MMA fighting for a few years.
I remember that.
And then, which led to a bunch of street fights and stuff because my mentality was messed up, man. And then,
what was it? Because people like to test you, or was it just because like you were just?
It was most. If I'm being honest, bro, it was mostly me. Like people did, but it was like I kind of like started it a little bit, like because I'm like kind of. I was definitely arrogant, and I was just kind of like, this is the way it is. I talked to whoever, I did whatever I wanted because mentally I was like, hey, I don't know if I can win every fight, but I for sure know how to hold my own against the majority of people. Yeah. So I would just do whatever. But then it's funny after a while, man. I'm like, I'm tired of making enemies. I'm tired of fighting, and so I just like I'm just gonna try to squash all my shit and just stop starting fights. And then I got bigger, right? And so because when I turned like 25, dude, my metabolism just gave out, and I got like big. I was at a club one day.
Well, you're a big dude right now, dude. You've been pumping or what?
But I was big, like not big. Like not good big, I mean. Yeah, like out of shape. I was dancing in a club one day with my girl, and I look over at a mirror that was in the club, and my belly was like big. I was like, oh shit. You know how like you never really look at yourself on the side?
You had an epiphany?
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit. And I didn't want to dance anymore. I was embarrassed, man. You're like, so I started working out, and then so I gained a bunch, I lost a bunch, and now I'm like big, but it's like a healthier big.
You look good, man.
Thanks, man. And I take it very seriously now, but the benefit, the reason why I'm telling this story is now nobody messes with me. So there's a benefit to being a bigger guy. Yeah. People don't really mess with me that much, and you can sense it. Like someone that's acting tough, and then I'll come around and like, hey brother, how's it going? And I'm like, cool. Yeah. So I'll just let them be tough to whoever. But I like it, man. It doesn't always happen, but I like being bigger. But one of my fears about your friend's story is that one day, like I'll step in, like to help someone out, and then I'll get fucking chucked or something, dude.
And it
just dropped. And I was like an idiot because I'm trying to help them out.
Yeah. And it happens, man. Like somebody has your number somewhere.
Yeah, dude. Anyone. I'm
surprised you never wrestled, dude.
I wanted to wrestle because I remember you wrestled. Remember?
I wrestled. Yeah.
You were really good
since I was 5.
When did you stop wrestling? Just after
senior year. I broke my hand. Broke my hand a month before state.
Doing what?
In a wrestling match.
Coach would have put me in 4-quarter. We would have won state.
Well, I broke my middle metacarpal, so I did a sprawl. Dude took a shot on me. I did a sprawl.
Damn, dude.
He clipped my legs. So when I planted, all my weight was on my hand.
Really?
During the middle of the match, yeah. So third period came around, and I chose bottom. Like I couldn't plant my hand down. I was like, damn it. I was like, fuck. I was like, it hurts. Yeah. So as soon as the whistle blew, I hit a switch. I pinned the guy, but I had to end up coming home.
Yeah.
It was an 8-hour wait, and I was I was wrestling in Albuquerque. It was the Joe Vivian tournament, which is one of the big.
Where's that at?
Albuquerque.
Oh, Albuquerque.
Yeah, it's at I don't remember the school, but yeah, one of the biggest, toughest tournaments in like New Mexico wrestling. So, ended up breaking my hand. Went to the hospital. 8-hour wait. So my dad's like, let's just drive to Cruces. Saw me in 15 minutes. They're like, yeah, you broke your bone or broke your
middle metacarpal. Not heal right or what? Like, do you still? Is it
no. It's good now. Like, but they had to put me in a cast. They put me like all bent, so I had like my hands like this, and then like it went down to like right here.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did you have to wear it for?
It was 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I still had like a week before state when they took off the cast. So I was like, should I do it? They put me in, like I was seeded 6th my senior year. I was like 42-8. Half of my wins by pins was pretty good. And so coach put me in. I was seeded 6th, and I was like, all right, I could go if I want to. But then I was like,
how come you didn't wrestle in college?
Never got a scholarship. Just kind of never. I mean, I did it for like family, like so it was more like kind of like a family tradition thing.
Got you.
I never really pursued it, but like now that I'm out of it, I'm like, damn, I miss it.
I remember you're really good, man. If I could go back, because wrestling was always the same season as basketball when I played basketball.
Oh, that's right.
But if I can go back, because I got into MMA fighting like my senior year in high school.
Yeah.
And I'd already done boxing, so I was good at that. But I was getting toasted wrestling, man. And I'm tall, lanky, so everyone's like, dude, you should be good at this shit.
Leverage, bro. Like a lot of people.
That's
like,
what everyone would say, but I just didn't
small,
know.
short guys. Like that are compact
ones.
And then the long freaking tall guys, they have leverage, bro. And I did
wrestling at an MMA gym, so it wasn't actual wrestling. You know what I mean? It was a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of grappling, yes. And so I enjoyed that. I got decent at that. But yeah, if I can go back in time, because I got so good at that and enjoyed it, and I did enjoy basketball too, so I don't want to say I would erase that. But I think I would have done wrestling instead.
Wrestling is good, man. I liked it. I did it, well, obviously since I was 5.
Have you ever rolled just for fun?
Never.
No?
I think I did it like once, and I did it with Dustin, my boy Dustin.
Yeah.
Because he did it for a while too. But no, man, it was just never a market I never tapped into.
That's a hard hobby to continue after high school, right? Because you could just wrestle in high school, right?
Yeah.
But like in basketball, like if you could just go play outside, you can go to the rec center.
Yeah.
There's tons of things to do. Like in football, same thing. Baseball, but like wrestling, like where do you go? If you're not going to college, like what career can you pursue?
There's no
besides MMA.
Yeah, man. there's no professional like rest. It's either college and then Olympics.
That's it.
Well, it's starting to kind of pick up now. You got like Flow Wrestling that comes out.
I've never seen that.
It's it's on an app. Like so, you got like Jordan Burroughs. He wrestles like in New York,
man.
dude.
I watched him wrestle Ben Askren.
Did you see his
fuck him up, dude?
Well, did you see when he did his like test of his double leg takedown? His energy output is equivalent to getting hit by a Ford F-150 going 45 miles an hour, bro.
Was it like on that sports science show?
Yeah. So he's got it all like
so let me get that straight. So like, you mean like his takedown like velocity, or what did you mean?
Like the energy output, like him
from
like
a double leg takedown?
A double leg takedown is equivalent to getting hit by a Ford F-150.
Who comes up with these stats, by the way, dude? Because I've heard that. Do you watch UFC at all?
Yeah, I was in Norfolk, Virginia last weekend.
Oh,
I went to go watch Joe fight.
That was the Benavidez fight, right?
Yes,
he got knocked out, right? I didn't.
They're rematching it though.
Are they?
Yes, bro.
Tonight is Adesanya versus Romero.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, it'll be a really good fight. But Francis Ngannou. Do you remember whenever, you know who he is, right? The heavyweight dude from Africa, big old dude.
Yeah, he's beast.
They were saying like they did his testing like at this the Performance Center Institute in Vegas or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were saying that his punch was like getting hit by, I don't remember the exact stat, but
they
were like,
train?
No, they said it was a Ford Escort going like 33 miles per hour. It was some specific stat. And they're like, what? Like, it was just like, I'm like, who comes up with this shit, dude? And then he lost that next fight after they said that to Stipe Miocic. And they asked Stipe after the fight, like, how did that feel? He's like, well, now I know I can take a hit from a Ford Escort going 33 miles per hour.
His punch is equivalent to getting hit by a Toyota Prius going 2 miles an hour.
I think these stats dude make shit up. Did you ever watch like the NFL and it's like Kevin, like they just say like weird stats like this is the 4th time he's gotten hit 3 times on a first down in the last 27 quarters.
They like start breaking all these like Guinness Book records.
Every time I see that,
the first time in 5 games.
Y'all are bored just reading shit off the teleprompter, man. Someone made that shit up.
This is the first time he sat down on the bench in like 5 games, whatever. Yeah, that's
they're
crazy.
weird stats. It's even weirder if you watch Little League sports. It's always like, you ever watched the Little League World Series?
No. Actually, my cousin competed in Chicago.
My little brother was when the New Mexico made it to the
Little
Little League World
Rhinos?
Series. No. What's the name of the team? It was the New Mexico. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. He's already going to be a senior in high school.
Yeah, my cousin too. They played for the Rhinos, and they went to Chicago, and they might have been on the same team.
Yeah, they probably were.
My cousin named
they were on
Jeremiah.
ESPN and stuff.
Yeah.
So he was on that same team.
Oh, shit.
So that's the only reason why I don't just hang out and watch the Little League World Series. But they did post up some weird stats, like about the kids, and like his favorite food is Twinkies. Like it's just like on the bottom before they would hit
pizza.
And then one of them was like, Steven hasn't seen his dad in 6 years. Like, and I'm like, God, these dudes need to just like put up their stats from their season or something, man.
Their whole life story just laid out, dude.
Dude, I always remember whenever we're at Zia, man. Do you remember dancing a lot?
Yes,
you were like popping and locking, and I was like, I'm gonna learn this shit, bro.
Dude, those were the days, man. And then like me and Angelo, well, when I ended up failing 7th grade, me and Angelo would battle everybody.
That dude was really good though.
Yeah, we would like tag in and like, dude. Yeah,
well, I remember the year before you got, when we were in the same grade.
When we were.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Before you got held back. That we were, there was like 3 people in the whole like school that did any sort of breakdancing or popping. And it was like me, you, and someone else. I don't even remember who the other guy was.
Who was it?
And so at all the dances, we would just get it.
Hey, did you bust a Mac? Did you bust a Mac? Dude, did you bust a Mac?
Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, bro, who was I was talking to my cousin about it. I was talking about like all the lingo we used to say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, bro, why are you acting all green, dude?
Green? That was what, but the Mac one was funny because sometimes you weren't even talking about yourself. It would be a rumor, and they'd be like, dude, fucking Kevin and Sarah, they're going to Mac after 3rd.
Dude, they're going to Mac today at lunch.
They're going to Mac out, and we're all going. What the fuck are you doing with your life?
I hated when it was like pressured, and you had like, oh, fuck, bust a Mac. You remember like, dude. And it like looked like it was a fight. So like,
it was, I always think like culturally, because we didn't, like social media wasn't there in middle school. Like it didn't exist.
Oh, who else I was talking about? I was talking about passing notes. Remember we like fold them and.
Yeah,
like,
pass them back, and the teacher would read them.
Out loud in front of everybody.
Dude, this before I forget this story, that reminds me of a story at Zia. Do you remember Miss Mazzolini?
Yes.
Damn, I shouldn't be saying her name on here. I don't give a fuck. Maybe
no, she's cool.
Is she? No,
yeah,
the story isn't bad. The story isn't bad, but she didn't have the best reputation at that school. But what's it called?
She's mean.
In her class,
they said, but
I think she was known for being mean. She was always really nice to me. She tried to get me in the gifted program. And I don't think it was because I was smart. The other gifted program. She would one time she taught like science, man, and I think I was sitting in class one day. This is one of the stories that was like sad when it happened, but looking back, it was so funny. Yeah. And they're doing the pass the note thing. Like it said something, pass it forward. Do you remember those?
Yeah, send to. Or
and it was like they're sending them around. I didn't know that was happening, but someone tapped me on the shoulder. There's a really cute girl behind me, and she says, "Here." I'm like, "Damn, I'm about to get my first note, dog." Like I was all happy because I wasn't that popular.
Hey,
and I was like,
"What?"
So I get the note. And it says, read me. And I open it. And it says, there's footprints on the ceiling. And I look up, and the whole class just starts laughing.
Oh, because they were just wait for it.
They wrote it. They're like, oh, Will's a loser. He'll fall for it. And then I got all sad and like threw it away and ran out.
Dude, those are the days. So like even like kind of like how we like group message now and like text. Like we'd have everybody like you put Elias or like Will and then put, hey, this is what I was saying. What are you fuckers doing tonight?
Yeah, dude, it's weird how that changed.
Dude. Club Fusion. Do you remember Club Fusion?
I do remember Club Fusion. I had my first girlfriend at Club Fusion, and we only dated at Club Fusion. It was the weirdest story ever. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
There's this girl. She was a buddy of mine that went to school with me. Was next door neighbors to this girl that went to Lynn, and we went to Club Fusion where everyone would get crazy. Dude. And I was like, I got there, and then he was like, "Hey, my friend Amanda wants to like dance with you," and I'm like, "All right, cool. Like let's I got this." Yeah. And then you know, like there's a bar. Do you remember that? But it served like pickles and nachos and
Powerades and Cokes.
So I took her to the bar. I'm like, get what you want, girl. I'm gonna take some hot Cheetos with cheese.
Let me get a round of Powerades, blue.
Some pickle juice shots.
Some Mountain Blast.
And so I was like
hold the Jameson.
And it was so. Do you remember how loud it was in there, dude? I don't think it's smart to send kids to that loud of a place, dude.
Dude, I remember they used to throw up the music videos. I don't know how they did it.
Music videos. And it was like the music was so loud. I remember it was fun to go next to the speaker because it was so loud. Yeah, it was just stupid kids. And so anyways, like I was like,
and then the fog, when the fog would hit everyone,
everyone would just.
You remember that shit, dude?
The first ever vapes.
Yeah, dude, that was an OG vapes.
She was like, but it was so loud that I couldn't hear her. Yeah. So she was just like, we were dancing and smiling and high fiving, and I'm like, well, I fucking love her. You know when you're like, when you're in middle school, you're like, this is real love,
this
dog.
Is her. I feel it, man.
Nobody knows her like I know her, man. Like I was just like all into her.
Back
and
when
at the end of the night, I was like, all right, like take care. That was like the first time I heard her voice the whole night. She's like, bye, and like took off. And I went home like, God, like the love of my life. I can't wait till next Friday so we could be together again. Yeah. This is like in 6th, 7th grade, dude.
Dude, I remember.
And then, so the whole week I was telling my friend that went to school with me, I was like, hey, she's your neighbor. Can you like go give her this note? Tell her I'm gonna see her on Friday at the club. Like just being all baller.
I'll be there.
So that was so the next week we're in line and I'm like, oh yeah, like where is she? I get in the club, she's not there. So I'm doing the thing where I'm waiting to watch the people that are coming in.
Yeah.
And I see her and her sister. And I'm like, what? There's my chick. Like, keep in mind, we've only said like 4 words to each other, bro.
Well, and 3 of them you didn't hear.
Yeah, because she's too fucking loud, dude. And then, so she's waiting and she gets in and she doesn't even say hi to me. She just walks right by me. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm just like, and then I'm like, well, fuck her. Like, cause you're all like dramatic when you're a kid. Yeah. And so I'm like, well, screw her. So I was like, I told my friend Robert, what's up with her? He's like, I don't know. Like, she's just dancing. It's a club. And so I did the weirdest things, man. I would like stand, like I sat down and just watched her dance. And I'm like, that whore is like dancing with some dude. Like, I loved her. She's cheating on me.
All
like,
pissed off. Dude, do you remember how like awkward it was to just go and dance with a chick? It was like, hey, just go up and just start dancing with her.
Sometimes
like,
your friend would have to go ask for you.
Or like they would have the people and they just flag you down. Hey, come on.
Oh, come dance with her. And then you have to give eye contact. Like,
it was cool. Yeah, it was cool
yeah.
when the girls would be like, yeah, dance with him. Like, oh yeah, he's cool. Like,
Did you ever get a girl that was like, no?
That still happens to me today.
Back then or last night?
I mean, you were talking about yesterday? Yeah.
I haven't been single for so long. I don't know what that feels like, but I do know when we were younger that like it would happen a lot. They're like, nah. Like, I'm like, all right.
I've been single for 7 years, bro.
Really? Damn.
I mean, my lifestyle's kind of been rough, dude. I lived in Denver, lived in Houston, Corpus Christi, Albuquerque. Now I'm in Austin.
Place, huh?
Yeah, I was welding.
So walk me through the timeline. When you left Cruces, where'd you go?
So when I left Cruces, I got a job offer in Denver, and it was a cement casting plant. So we make jersey barriers, like, you know, like those things that guide you on the freeway, like there's big old concrete things.
Yeah, no, so they're constructing and stuff, right?
So I did that, and then I was welding there, and then I got an offer to go get my pipe welding certification. So that's when I went to Houston, and I got my certification there. Then they had me working in Corpus Christi.
So all this time you're still DJing, like wherever you're at?
I had actually stopped, bro.
Okay,
like
gotcha.
just because, I mean, I moved. Normally, I had played here. I had my little controller, and I just kind of mess around.
Yeah.
Like when I lived here, I'd kind of just throw like house parties. But I'd never went really pursued it because I was working. And when I was working in Denver, I was putting in almost 80 hours a week. So like I didn't have time. I worked Monday through Saturdays. Yeah. Sundays were my only day off. In at 4, get out at like 7. You know. Yeah. So it was
and then from Houston, what happened?
Then from Houston, came back, went to Corpus Christi, worked at a gas refinery for a couple of months. Came back. Then I moved to Albuquerque. Was working out at General Mills. We were a company was subcontracted, so we do like all the maintenance, HVAC, welding stainless steel, steps, safety stuff.
Yeah.
And then now, came back, worked with my dad. I came back for 3 years. Yeah. Yeah.
To Cruces?
Yeah. So I was helping my dad out, pouring cement, doing all that stuff, and then got that offer in Austin. So
and then headed out there.
I actually moved out to Austin without even having a job. First of all,
because you knew you would get one.
It was just like I knew I wanted to DJ, man, because I'd been when I moved back. My boy Dustin, they were the managers at Q Time, 10 Pin Alley, and Jose Murphy's.
Yeah,
I hadn't seen him in forever. A funny story. We were partying at this chick's house. Ran into him. Well, not ran into him, but we were partying at this chick's house. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna go to this house party. You guys want to go?" We're like, "Yeah, I guess." Went to the house party. I have a 2016 Challenger, so he was like, "Oh, like as soon as I pulled up, he's like, yo, whose car is that?" Or he's like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "It's VIYEZ." He's like, "Who?" He's like, VIYEZ. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck's up, man?" Dude, I hadn't seen this dude in years. So like we started talking. He's like, "Yeah, I'm managing the bar over here. Like, come check it out one day." So my cousin was at the house. I was like, "Go check it out, dude."
Yeah.
Went and checked it out, and then he's like, "My DJ didn't show up." I was like, "Bro, I DJ."
I got you.
And then from there, just kind of just took off, man.
That's what's up, dude. Do you think you'll stay in Austin for a while?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I like it a lot. Well, I mean, kind of going through some family stuff right now, so I might have to come back, but I don't know for sure. But more than likely, yeah, that's where I'm gonna be.
Austin's on my bucket list, man. I've always wanted to go there because it's a huge music city, and I love music. My fiance and her sister went on a trip once and got to go, and she loved it too.
Live music capital of nation, man.
Is it really? Would you say?
Yeah, dude. No, it really is. Like that's what it's labeled as. Like you can go and there's tons of shit to do. Like there's always something to do. That you can go to any bar. There's always live music. Like during the day, whatever, at night. It's dope, man. It's cool.
What would be the spots to check out in Austin?
Depends what you're trying to do. Like everything's totally different. Like
let's say like nightlife stuff.
You gotta. There's different streets. There's different areas. You got like in the north side, you got Domain.
Yeah.
When like Rock Rose, like you got bars. You got like Dogwood. You have Kung Fu. It's like an arcade bar, kind of like rad here. Yeah. You also have 76 Degrees. Wonder Bar. Wonder Bar's pretty cool. Like it's like very hip. Everything's very hipster. So
really.
Then Rainy Street gets rocking. Like so basically what they did was they bought out this whole like street. Like so each house, they're houses, but they're all bars. So you just go. That one's very college.
So it feels like you're in a residential neighborhood.
Yeah, and
that's kind of cool.
And then I DJ in downtown 6. So downtown 6, there's east side, there's a west side. West side's a little grungy, and then east side's more college scene too. So
isn't University of Texas is there, right?
UT Longhorns, yeah,
that's for sure.
They had a big
town, huh?
LSU played there this year, so it was real.
And they went on to win the championship, man.
Dude, it was good. It was a pretty big. Like they had a big party. There was tailgates everywhere.
Don't they have like an area that's like a bunch of food trucks too? Isn't that what they're known for?
That's
like
what I live by it. It's on Lamar
really?
Street. Yeah. So
you just go down there to eat real quick?
Yeah. There's like literally like just driving through, I counted 12 in like the mile,
Really?
1 mile. Yeah.
Is it like touristy? Like a lot of people go there?
Yeah, man. Well, that area, not so much. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. You're saying not as much compared to like some of the other parts.
Yeah, because like on Rainy Street, they have this one area that's like all taco trucks and stuff like that. So like if people are like in that area, like by Domain and stuff like that on the north side, then yeah, they'll go to Lamar and hit up.
How far is Austin from water? Like I can't picture in my head right now.
From like the ocean or
the
like
nearest coast, yeah.
Dang. Well, it's only 45 minutes from San Antonio.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't count. I'm talking about like one of the coastal ones, like where you can go to the ocean.
Well, San Antonio's what, 3 hours? So 3.5 hours then?
Yeah.
If that.
Bro, Texas is so big when I'm picturing it in my head right now. Like I can't picture where all the cities. I know the Houston's far east, southeast, right?
Yeah. So Austin is it's kind of by the Gulf Coast, but it's just north of obviously of San Antonio. That's the best way I can describe it.
I just follow the signs. I don't fucking know.
I just stay on I-10 and then get off.
When you came here, did you fly here?
Yeah.
Do you always fly when you come back? Or have you ever driven?
Try, bro. Yeah, I've driven. It's 8.5 hours. So it's actually closer than Denver. But
I was going to say, that's not bad. I drove to Nashville, bro, from here to Nashville. And it took us to like 23 hours, dude.
I drove from here to Fletzy, Georgia.
How long was that one? Probably longer.
Yeah, so we stayed the night in San Antonio because my brother was out there. He was getting his like certification for work and stuff. He's like, I want my truck. He's like, bring it to me. So drove.
So that's why you guys were going to drive it out there too?
Yeah, so I stayed in San Antonio for a night and then we hung out in Biloxi, Mississippi. I was 18. This is right after high school, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So went out there.
Road trips are fun out of high school, man. Because you don't have shit going on. You have it
sucks when you're not 21 though, because you're limited.
Unless you're with someone that's 21, man. I was out of my goddamn mind when I left high school, dude. If I can go back, I would have chilled the fuck out a little bit. Because I went crazy. As soon as school was over, I was like, dude, I didn't even finish high school, man. I dropped out like 2 months before I was supposed to graduate. Yeah. I was like 3 credits shy of graduating. I just got my GED. Dude, I moved out of because I was in foster care. I think you know that.
Yeah.
And then so I moved out of my foster home when I was like 16 and I got my own apartment, which wasn't my own. I was living with someone else, had a roommate who was older, which is how he got the apartment, but I had to make half the rent. And so I was working and going to high school and like just trying to like finagle rides and shit like from my friends. And I made it work for a long time, but towards the end I couldn't do it, bro. And so I'm like, dude, I got to pick between school and job, and I picked job.
It's funny how like you don't see like somebody's struggles, but I remember like you were always grungy. You always did your stuff. You did what you needed to do.
Yeah, well, dude, when I was in Zia, you knew me back when I was in my real home, because like that was back when before I got taken out of my home. Do you remember I was like all over the news and stuff when I was in 7th or 8th grade, man?
I remember that. Well, like we hung out in middle school. I don't know if you remember, but like during PE, we would always fuck around.
Yeah, dude, all the time. No, I remember you more from middle school than I do from the later years.
Well, yeah,
that's when we were like, it was.
That's when
I went there 3 years. Yeah, and so it was. But when I was, just so people that are listening know the story, I don't even know if you know the full story, but my biological family, I got taken out of my home and put into the FYI shelter here in town.
FYE.
Yeah, or it's FYI. Yeah.
FYI.
What's FYE? That's like the old CD stores.
It's because my boy used to
entertainment. Yeah, dude, for your entertainment.
Well,
like,
see, I
knew
kids. I knew you got pulled into like foster home, but I didn't know the reasons why.
It was a group home first. I ended up going to foster care, but while I was in the group home, I found out I had younger siblings, and they didn't take them out of the house because the system's fucked, bro. And so they took me out, and I found out that my 2 younger siblings were getting like I guess kind of like abused. They weren't getting taken care of, bro. And so I was like, damn, I'm out of the house.
Like
child
neglect.
Yeah, abuse, neglect. My parents were drug addicts, man, alcoholics. They lived off food stamps. We lived in a poor place, man. It was bad. And so when I got out, I felt guilty when I heard this from a neighbor that still lived around them. And so I ran away from the shelter, and I took what my other little brother was. I remember that. So he was sleeping in the room, but my other little brother had his own room, and I took him from the home. And my plan was to take him back to the shelter and be like, hey, and call the cops, like, you guys got to get him out of here. I was 12, bro.
Yeah.
This is like a kid in December.
Driving.
I walked.
Oh, you walked?
I walked. I think it ended up being like 18 miles or something, dude. It was crazy. I remember that. So I went to my house. I got him. I got back to the shelter, and they found out that I wasn't in my room, and they had locked my window that I snuck out of, and the cops were there. And so I went to a buddy's house and stayed the night. I'm like, I'll just call him in the morning. Dude, by the time I woke up in the morning, my friend had already she went to Mayfield. So she went to school, and I wake up with my little brother, and I turn on the TV.
You were all over the
Amber
news.
Alert, bro. I'm on the front page of all the news stuff,
like
man.
Kidnapping?
Yes, that's what they said. They said 12-year-old kid kidnaps his little brother. And so like everyone's like, damn, Will kidnapped his brother.
Yeah.
So that was the story. Like that was the original story. And then so that girl went to school and saw it on the news at school. Like, you know, they make you watch
like the Bulldog broadcast and like all the morning
Mayfield
stuff.
one.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
And so they broadcast it. She's like, what? Those two kids are at my house. Yeah. So she told them the SWAT team, bro. Like I'm 12 years old. The SWAT team comes and arrests me at the house.
Oh,
takes us in. Dude, they do an investigation and they go and talk to my parents. They see where we're living. They see all the stuff. And they pull up all the CPS reports and they're like, dude, this kid isn't lying. This is so they went and they took my other little brother out of the house. Yeah. So it worked. I got him out of the house. And then they put out a whole new news story about
how it
was the opposite. And they made, so first I was like this kidnapper. The second story was like, he's a hero and this. And I missed school for a week while this was going on because I was getting investigated. And all I remember is showing up to school. They're like, hey, you ready to go back to school? I'm like, I don't know. Like I just went through all this traumatic stuff. And I walked into the PE room, like the gym. Remember they used to have everyone sit down all the different PE classes. And it was weird, man, because like everyone clapped for me. And I remember being 12 and like I didn't feel like a hero, man.
This was 7th grade, huh?
Yeah. Okay. I felt like I shouldn't have had to have done that. You know what I mean? And they're clapping for me like I was a hero. The PE coach was like, dude, I heard what happened. Like we're here for you. They started like helping because they saw the news story about how I was poor and stuff. So remember they used to make you pay for the PE shirt?
Yes, like $12 bucks.
And they would hassle me about it. And I'm like, dude, I don't have any money.
Hey,
and they're like,
hey, good job saving your little brother, but you still owe $12 bucks.
No. So they used to be like that. But then afterwards, like, dude, we're going to get you a shirt. We didn't know. And I'm like, I fucking told you guys. I didn't have any money. I came to school wearing the same shirt for a week. Yeah. But it was weird. Everyone started treating me different. So that shit was traumatic for me as a kid, bro. And then, but it got better. I went to a foster home and then I got adopted. And
you still communicate with your little brother?
Yeah, I do. I did it for a long time. Because we got put into different homes.
Yeah.
I recently reconnected with him maybe like 3 years ago.
Nice, man.
But there's this huge gap and he's already of age. You know what I mean? I have the little one that was a baby.
He's his own man.
Yeah.
Manly
the little one that's a baby is like a junior or senior now at Oñate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so I haven't talked to him since he was a baby.
Do sports or anything?
But,
you
go. Them too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they both play basketball.
So you go watch them? Well, you guys all played basketball.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
runs in the family.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if it runs in the family, man. I think I got that from my Patrick Nieto, my foster brother.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah. And so he's the one who got me because I moved. That was my foster family. So when they took me out of my home, I moved in with him, and he was really good at basketball, and that's how I got into basketball.
That poor guy, man. Dang, doesn't like it. It's crazy because like you leave and people like end up vanishing. So like recently was just year before was just your 10-year, would have been your 10-year. Or was.
Yeah, the reunion?
Last year.
Yeah. I accidentally went to my own 10-year reunion,
What's
bro.
up?
I was there for a wedding at the Farm and Ranch Heritage Museum.
Yeah.
And I started seeing people I recognize. And I'm like, they're like, oh, we have a reunion. I'm like, oh, I wonder where mine is. And then my girl was like, I think this is yours. And so I walk in the room, it's my own reunion, like while I'm in a wedding in a different fucking ballroom. And I was like, what the hell? No one even invited me, man.
Yeah. Mine just passed, but I remember my mom was telling me, because my mom and dad are up there in age. So my dad's going to be 70. Mom's 68. She's like, go to your reunion. She's like, because.
So you went?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't because I was going to. Funny story. I was going to DJ, but then they didn't want me.
Tell me the story. Let's hear it.
Well, that was it. Like, it was just like, however they planned it, they were like.
So you didn't go because of that?
Yeah. And then I ended up picking up a gig. So, I mean, like,
you took the money over that?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just kind of like, DJ is my passion, man. So, like, I love it. Like, somebody, I remember my buddy Nick Howe, he said someone was saying, like, why are we going to pay him when we can just put on shuffle and put on your music? Like, that's not the point. Like,
what would you say to someone that told you that? What would be your answer as a DJ? If someone said, why should I pay you when I could just shuffle my own playlist?
I say, do it.
You would say,
yeah, I'm like, do it then. Like,
all right, let's say it's a friend though, and you actually want to educate them. Like, what's the benefit of having a DJ?
Dude, being a DJ is like being an entertainer. Like, you cater to the crowd.
I know, but I want, for people that don't know, what would be the benefits?
So basically, like, it's your job to entertain the crowd. Like, it's something less that you have to worry about, like music, whatever. Like, I'm not picky. I take requests. I'm like, all right, cool. If I could throw it in, I'll do it. Like, I'm not a real big stickler about it. But there's some songs I'm like, dude, I'm not playing that. Sorry, but most of it's more just less of a hassle. So like for weddings, for instance, too, like you just want to make sure that the night's good and everybody's dancing. You want to make that experience for them. I think that's why I really got into DJing, just because
It feels better for. I would all if there's an option to get a DJ, I would always get a DJ. I had my dirty 30th in December.
Oh, I heard it on the last podcast.
Yeah, dude,
you were passing out shots.
Yeah, with the wiener trophy. Yeah, I have it in the kitchen, man. But we got Robbie to DJ it, man, and it was just so much fun because we got to just have fun, and he just did his thing, and we didn't have to worry about the music. Yeah. He was entertaining. I took the mic from him a little bit and just was acting a fool, man, talking crap, and
it's just the experience, man. Like, it's just about like. Just getting away from it all, like, and just making somebody's night. Like, it's good. It's good playing like in Austin. Well, a lot of people ask me, they're like, well, like, what's the difference between playing here in Cruces and playing in Austin? I'm like, well, here I play for friends. Oh, there I play for fans. Totally different. Like, people
does it feel different? Like when you're
totally, bro. Really? Yeah. Like here you get a lot of people that here the demographic of music really doesn't change, so it's kind of easy to play to. Like, it's still hard, believe me. Like. But over there, they go to hear what you're gonna do next, like what you got. Like, they're like, oh, like, dude, he gets down or whatever. Like, I want to see what he's gonna play next.
Or how he's gonna town, so they're there. They're there for different reasons. That makes sense to me, man.
Yeah, it's a totally different atmosphere, and everybody vibes, and it's cool.
That's pretty cool, dude. Yeah, I think you were killing it last night, man. When I saw you setting up, like I saw you walk by, but I was like, I'm not gonna, because you were doing all kinds of stuff, and I was, you're plugging shit in. I don't even know, and so I'm not gonna walk up. And then when you started DJing, I was like, oh, I'll go say what's up to him now. But then you're killing it. I'm like, dude, I can't just walk up. Like,
I can't go fuck up his vibe. No, it's cool.
This is a real question. When do you say what's up to a DJ? If I were to have walked up, would it have fucked up?
Anytime. No, just go.
Really?
Yeah,
because it looks like I'm gonna fuck you up.
No, man. You won't mess up anybody. Yeah. Like we select their songs or whatever. We're probably most of the time.
So when you're doing all this stuff, because I'm ignorant to this, when you're like, what are you doing? Like, what is all that? What's going on there?
Oh, dude, it's so complicated. It's not complicated.
Give me the elementary version of it.
So basically, when you have your headset on, you're listening to the next track that you're gonna put on.
Like in one earphone?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you notice why DJs, like, they have one ear up? Okay, so they're listening to the next track and they're hearing what's being put out. So it's different things. Like, you can hear the levels when you're outside. Like, you don't want to be blasting the music, obviously. And then you have your headphones on and you don't hear shit. Or totally opposite. You know what I mean? You could be like not playing anything. Like, the music dies and you're listening to the new song. You're jamming up by yourself. That's happened to me twice. Like, 2 times. I was like, oh, damn it.
This is like in the early stages?
Yeah. Like, someone was like waving me down. They were like, I was like, what? And I picked up my headset. I was like, oh shit, because I had the beats. So the beats are.
Bro, how funny would that have looked? There's no music, and
like the song just ended, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm gonna throw this one in, and then I've been drinking, so it didn't help. But
that's funny, man.
Yeah, dude. So it happens. Like, but that's why. So okay, so.
And then what are the switches? Like, what are you doing on the switchboard?
Levels. You have obviously highs, mids, lows. You control the output of the music. You know what I mean? Switch it. Crossfader, that's why you blend in the tracks and everything.
When you're going to the next one? That way it's not like just a stop into the next song.
Like, my Rain mixer is probably like, that thing's probably like $1,300. Like, and that thing's been out for 10 years.
The actual mixer, hardware that you're using?
Yeah, so when people are like, oh, well, fuck, why are I going to pay DJs? Dude, the speakers that I own, one speaker alone is probably like $1,000.
So you bring all that stuff when you perform. The clubs don't really like give you anything, right? Or
most of the time, the bars will have their setup. So I like
connect to
theirs. Like Rad, like last night, I just plugged in and played.
Gotcha.
I took a speaker so I could have a monitor. So monitor meaning like I can hear what I'm putting and hear how it's going to be out there, so I can adjust my levels to make sure it's not like the bass is all funky out there and then here it sounds good. You know what I mean? You got to just kind of.
You want to hear what they're hearing, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just all about there's people that don't like understand that. Like, there's some DJs that really don't care. Like, but I care to like.
Dude, I've seen shitty DJs, and so that's why, like, whenever people say, like, just play it on shuffle or whatever, like, what do DJs really do? I mean, I don't get it when I see it, but I know there's a difference. And I know music, like, pretty well. At least I like to think I do.
Yeah.
And I've been to a place, and it's never the song choice. I mean, sometimes it is, right? Yeah. But a lot of it is, like, sometimes I'm like, this is, like, it's the little sudden nuances, the switches, the little things, or even the random, like, put your hands up, or, like, those little things. Like, it feels good, man. And, like, some people don't do that, or they do it in weird spots, or, like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, God, this guy sucks.
Dude, last night was dope, man. It was super you left early on.
I left like at 11, bro, 11:30.
I got the videos. I'll show them to you later, dude. It was packed.
When I left, it was getting packed, and so I'm sure it got even crazier.
I told everyone, I'm like, all right, last night I felt like a celebrity for like 4 hours. It was cool, man, because like everybody was coming up, hey, can I take some pictures with you and this and that? I'm like, yeah, like
there was a table sitting next to where we were sitting, and they all knew you. And they didn't talk to me. I heard them like, oh, there he is. I'm like, damn, these guys
that's the
like,
DJ.
They better be family the way they're talking about him.
Dude, like all of it, when I shared it, like I had to make sure it was okay first because I had to show it to the manager. I had to show it to David.
Really?
Yeah. Well, no, well, because I wanted to make sure it was right, like all the stuff that he wanted on there.
Oh,
so,
I
like,
see what you're saying.
just to get the okay
The info.
Yeah. So I really didn't get to share it because they called me the night before, and so I was like, all right, cool, like whatever. I had my roommate make the flyer. Dude, that flyer was like had like 30 shares. Dude.
I was gonna. That one you made, the one that I shared?
Yeah, the one on Facebook.
When I saw that, that was my first thought. I'm like, how do you make that? Do you make them on the spot, or do you have a template?
No, he goes into like Apple Photo Editor or whatever.
How long do you think it took him to make that one?
It took him probably like 30 minutes. But
dude, that shit was elaborate, dude.
He's
when
a
you
beast,
really
dude.
look at it, for whoever's listening, take a look at that shit. Because there was like the background was all rad, like
it had like you could see on the bottom right, you could see Johnny Bravo, Sonic,
dude. When I was looking at it, I'm like, God, man, like
it was all 90s. You see the Super Nintendo controller in the corner.
Yeah, dude, it was a good promo too. So if you're DJing in Austin and you're gonna put out something like that,
we have our flyers made. Yeah, he makes them. So yeah. So like,
does he have like a template, or is he just free?
No, man, he
starts from blank.
Yeah, he starts from blank. He starts from scratch. He's really good. So.
Really, he's been doing it for a while.
I promote his shit. I'm like, hey, fool. I'm like, you guys want flyers done? He'll make them for you, $80 or whatever he charges.
There you go,
that's his deal. But yeah, dude, he gets down. So
yeah.
But once they started sharing, just everybody, oh, let's go. Then that's why I got packed. Like it was popping.
There was a lot of people, and I saw that post shared a bunch of times because I went back to your original one. It got shared. I don't even know how many times.
It's good, man. Make you got to make moves, man.
I'm sure each of those got shared again. I don't know how that tracks, but
I don't know either. But I'm like, hey, I got 40 shares. Well, I don't know how it works, but like for instance, like on SoundCloud, like if anybody goes and listens to it, I have my reggaeton mix 2020. I love playing reggaeton, dude. Yeah. Girls vibe to it. If girls are dancing, guys follow.
Is that popular in Austin too?
Everywhere.
It's kind of, I can see that because when I've traveled, it's pretty much everywhere now. It didn't used to be.
No, bro. I think this like generation started kicking up in like 2012, 2013.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
When Nicky Jam started coming back and stuff and started picking up. It's vibe everywhere, dude. Like it's played everywhere. You go anywhere in the world. So for instance, like I'm very analytical, like I said, so I'll look at like YouTube videos and how many times it's been viewed. You go to like a hip hop one, it's been played like 2 million, 3 million times. You go to like a reggaeton one, it's got 1.6 billion views. You're like,
really?
What? Yeah, dude, because it's played worldwide. So like on SoundCloud, like I've had it out for 2 months. I have like 66 followers. It's at 15.6K plays.
Really?
Yeah, so and it'll tell you like who's been like which area's been listening to, like Costa Rica was like listening to it, like
so it gives you the full analytics, right?
Yeah,
so it's the same thing when I promote these podcasts on YouTube. It gives me all the analytics and stuff.
Your plays, like how many times it's been watched, and and then they can like when they comment and stuff, it'll drop a marker like where they commented, and like I have people like putting like little fire emojis, and
I'm trying to get better at keeping up with like all. I'm not very social media ish. Like I have one. I'm on there. You're my friend on there. I post sports, like a lot of sports, and podcasts. Your
IG's blown up with podcasts, dude. It's cool
I have to, bro. I don't have a lot of options,
and
man.
that's actually how like I started like listening to your stuff. Was because
fuck, I better watch one.
No, I'm like, well, because I'm at work, so I'm like, I got my headphones in. I'm either like listening to music or listening to podcasts. I'm like, support the homie. Go listen to a podcast.
Hell yeah, dude. And I appreciate it, man. That's why I tell everyone, because everyone always tells me the most common thing I hear is like, dude, I want to listen to them. They're just long. I mean, well, there's clips. And then I know a lot of people, they just want to, so I'm like, all right, dude, I play video games sometimes. I'll play on like a Joe Rogan podcast or Theo Von or whoever. Or if I'm at the gym.
Xbox? You have an Xbox?
Yeah, I have an Xbox.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't, dude, I have like 4 games, dude. I play Call of Duty and NBA 2K and Madden. That's it. I haven't played anything like in like a long time, bro.
Well, actually, my homie right here, that sitting behind here, like, that's how we met, was through Xbox.
He was telling me when I first met him, he's like, we just play Xbox.
Yeah, man, like, well, it's cool. Like, we've been playing together for 3 years.
But what do you guys play?
Shout out to Rhett. Play Rainbow Six Siege. We play he plays Call of Duty. For Honor. You know what I mean? Just get down. GTA, of course.
Yeah, well, I do have GTA too.
Red Dead Redemption. There's a new GTA coming out?
It was for sure in the making. I don't know if it's coming out this year. But as soon as they finish Red Dead, they were like, we're getting a GTA 6.
I got frustrated with Mortal Kombat. I was like, damn it, I would delete it because I get my ass kicked. So.
I can't play games like, I try, man. I used to when I was a kid, but I have to like be really like I play UFC because I like UFC fighting. Yeah. I play NBA 2K because I like basketball. I play Madden because I watch football and kind of things like that. I play Call of Duty just because it's like the most addicting game in the world.
Yeah, everybody plays it. So
yeah, but other than that, like I can't play a game. But you know what's funny is I like watching people play video games, not online. Like, but maybe I should now that I think about it. There's so many people viewing it. But if I'm hanging out at my friend's house and I went to do you remember Carson, white boy Carson from Alaska?
Was it Carson Cook?
No. The tall dude.
Carson Cook.
I don't want to say his last name just in case he's not cool with it. But he, a long time ago, I went to his house, man, and he was playing a video game. I don't remember what it was, but I think it had been drinking or like something. But I was like, it blew my mind, bro. He was like a warrior with a sword. And then he killed the dude and ate his heart, and then he turned into a wolf. What? I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
dude, some games are trippy, dude, bro.
Like, I watched him for like 3 hours, dude. Like, just like what? Like, he even asked me, like, do you want to play? I'm like, nah, man. Like, I just want to watch you. He was doing all kinds of shit, and I realized, like, damn, to me that was like a movie. Yeah. Like, I was all into it. So I like watching those kind of games, but I'm not good at them.
Yeah, I watch like Vanos Gaming. Like, I keep up with a lot of the
YouTube channel.
Yeah, they're YouTubers. So you got like HTO Delirious.
Have you seen there's some cool GTA ones since you play GTA?
Yeah, well, those are the ones like they play them, but dude, hilarious.
Yeah, there's some funny ones.
I watch Expert Thief. That guy,
I've seen. That's one of the main ones I watch.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He's funny, man. Yeah, it's weird because I remember when that first came out. I remember thinking it was stupid. I'm like, who the fuck wants to watch someone play a video game when you can just play a video game? But then once I got into it, I'm like, oh, this is why they do it, man. This is kind of
like the jump scares are what everybody likes to watch. I remember when like there was a Emily Wants to Play. Like, it was a big like jump scare game. Like, she has dolls. Like,
was that the little jumpy where you're like it's like a 2D one?
No, this one was 3D. Like, you get locked in the house and there's like the different dolls, dude. And it's creepy because I played it too, and like everything's so like high definition. So like you hear the doors creak and stuff. You're like, oh, dude,
that shit freaks me out, man.
Yeah, dude. Like,
have you ever played those haunted VR ones?
That's the same thing. Well, it's kind of the same thing like that. They actually
look around the room and shit.
They have it, that same game. They have it for VR. So.
I did one for like a minute, bro. When I sold cars, one of my bosses had one. He's like, check this out. And I put it on. He's like, open the drawer. And like in the VR, I walk over and open a drawer, and a fucking spider pops out, which is like my worst fear, dude.
Spiders?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm not playing this fucking game.
Arachnophobia, dude. Like I could see pictures of them, and I'll be like, okay, cool. Like, I've seen videos, like you know what I mean, just kind of like animal documentary. I could watch that, but in real life, I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm not about
that. See me in that corner. I'm gone.
Because I get scared by realistic things. Like my fiance, it's funny when it comes. Do you watch horror movies at all?
Yeah,
like a little bit. She gets scared about like supernatural stuff. Like if it's spiritual, like she'll freak out. But to me, it's like I don't think
like
a demon's gonna pop in that. Yeah, stuff like that.
That's actually the last one I just watched was the new Annabelle.
I love those movies.
They're good.
But when it's the one where it could actually like, have you seen Strangers? The Strangers, where they all get fucking stabbed while they're tied up, dude. Dude, that movie scared the fuck out of me because I was like, dude, that could happen, bro. Like a weird family could like come into your house and murder you. And so those things freak me out way more than the supernatural ones.
Dude, oh yeah, man, it's people you gotta fear.
I do fear people, but in a weird, in a healthy way. Yeah, I don't walk around like it's weird, man. I start realizing my own mortality when I watch like different, like 1,000 Ways to Die or like shows like that. I'm like, you don't think about stuff, but when you start thinking about it, you're like, God, man. When people say little cliche things like "I'm blessed to be alive," like. You really are. Like, if you think about it, like thinking about some of the people that have passed away that we know. We talked about Patrick earlier, some other people. Like, man.
Remember
like,
Anthony?
Anthony.
Yeah, he was in our grade.
McGee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Antoine. Remember he changed his name?
Yeah.
That was one of my best friends, man. When he killed himself, we lived 2 houses apart. Our backyards connected, cat a corner.
I remember talking with him like 2 days before
he killed himself in his backyard, dude. I remember 2 houses over.
Because we had to stay we had to stay in Miss Bird's class. We were doing like homework, like makeup homework. Miss Bird.
Dude, that's so weird. I can't have a conversation with anyone else. You know, Miss Mazzolini and Miss Bird.
Oh, dude, like all the teachers back home or here actually. But yeah, so I talked to them because he was having like all these issues with his family and stuff. I'm like, dude, it's all right, man. Like, you're this age, like we're gonna get older, things are gonna change, and then.
He was a cool kid, man. We were really good friends. I knew him since elementary.
He was strong, like
I remember
like, he outrageously strong, like
his little
abnormally
glasses.
strong.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so,
bro. That dude was tough. Like, holy cow!
I remember one year over the summer. I think it was like 5th to 6th. It was like when we were going to middle school. He came over to my house during the summer, and he was like, it was either 5th to 6th or 6th to 7th, but it was during the summer, and he was like, hey, I'm changing my name to Antoine. And I was like, bro, that's not how names work, dude. Like, you can't just like change your name.
He starts writing his name, Antoine.
And he goes, watch me. And me and him were cool because we weren't popular, so we got along very well. And I remember the first day of school, you know, when they call out names and they say, well, if you're William, I go, hey, it's Will. Okay, Will. And then they said Anthony. He goes, it's Antoine. And I remember everyone looked at him like, what the fuck, bro? Everyone thought he was weird for doing that. But that dude was so strong because he kept it up. Dude, by week 2, everyone called him Antoine for the rest of the middle school times. It's
crazy how
people forgot. Like, so when he said Anthony, I'm like, I remember, but I didn't know if you're talking about the same person. But yeah, everyone knows him as Antoine.
Yeah, Ant-Man. Yeah,
yeah.
It's crazy how like just simple little like things like that can just change your whole like aspect of life and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's weird, and that's a young age for something like that to happen. Like you know what I mean? Like it's elementary school, so like everyone's pretty close. Even when I say things like there's popular kids and there was the wrestlers and there's the basketball players, there's all these little cliques. But the school itself is pretty small, and so we all knew him.
Zio
right?
was pretty small.
Yeah, so when that happened, that was like traumatic for the whole school, man. And
I remember they actually they brought in other counselors.
Yeah, I do remember
different
that too.
Schools.
Yeah,
they had them all in the library, like so everybody would go and talk and stuff like that. I remember like I dated this one girl. She didn't remember, bro, because of
say it.
It was Julie Romero.
I know who you're talking about.
Dude, she doesn't remember. Like, she don't remember slapping me like in front.
Wait, she slapped you
in middle school? Yes, because I broke up with her.
What?
Yes, dude. I was just like,
is it because you wouldn't mac out?
No,
behind the bleachers.
I'm a king of the Mac game, man. No, well, I just like, you know what I mean? Like I just wasn't vibing, and I broke up with her, and in front of like the whole, like everybody was out in the basketball court.
Do you remember that?
She slapped me, bro, in front of everybody, and everyone was like, ooh. But she doesn't remember that because of the whole trauma that happened with Anthony.
Yeah,
she's like, yes, I don't remember. Like, I've seen her like, hey, like.
Bro, you know what else happened while we were in middle school? When I started thinking about this, dude, you're the same age as me, so we had a traumatic. That happened with our friend, dude. 9/11 was when we were like in 7th or 8th grade.
I didn't even know what the Twin Towers were. Yeah, we were sitting in.
I remember going to school and none of the teachers in the classroom. They're all in the library watching the one TV. This is before they had TV. Remember they had to roll the TV.
Remember
on
Channel
the
1 News?
Yeah. So they had it in the library, and it was like I remember being a kid, like going, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, like terrorists ran into like these buildings." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Well, I was like, "Oh, cool. It looks like a firework display when they're falling," but I didn't know the whole morality behind it. I'm like, "Oh, it just like looks like." Buildings being like demolition,
dude. That's if you really break that down. Like, we're older and we can think back to it, and it's not that it's impactful. But damn, like we were like young watching that stuff, man, and we just lost our friend, and then that happens, and it's like, damn, that's a lot.
That
for, like,
actually happened first, and then
I think so. Yeah,
and actually, I was getting my hunter safety course.
Really?
At that same week of 9/11.
Yeah.
So my cousin's like, hey, like I don't know if we're gonna have hunter safety course. I'm like,
I remember everyone thought like, dude, we're gonna go to war. And if you've ever watched movies about war, you're like you pictured the movies instead of like what it actually. I mean, obviously there was a war, but it wasn't on our soil. But I remember as a kid, I'm like, dude, there's gonna be like army dudes like blowing up our school. Like I was freaking out when I was a kid.
And you know what's crazy now is like they're actually teaching that, or they're talking about it in school, like as a historic reference. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And like we lived it. Now they're learning about it. Like
that is crazy. I remember learning in middle school, going like, this stuff is so old. What about the current stuff? And now all that stuff is what they're learning. You're right.
Yeah, man, freaking, this is crazy.
Do you have to get out here at a certain time?
Nah,
I'm just wondering.
I had a phone call.
No, you're good. Just want to make sure.
It was actually my roommate, Chopsticks.
Yeah,
you'll see it later, Chops. You'll know why I ignored your call.
See it on Tuesday. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. I always think back to that because as someone that's been through as much stuff as I have in my life, man. When I got older, like I started drinking a lot, man. I used to roll all the time, man. I got really like deep into X, man. I've been to a rehab. This is all stuff I've talked about in here, man. So my life got crazy, man, and I had to really kind of like catalog my life and try to figure out like, damn, like what kind of shit happened that I didn't like address. And so recently I was thinking back, well, I've done it a long time ago too, but recently it came up again. And I was like thinking about, I'm like, damn, like if someone asked me, I wouldn't say my childhood was that traumatic, but when I start breaking down, I'm like, damn, dude, it was traumatic. Like all kinds of crazy shit happened.
Bro, you went through a lot, man. I remember you going through tough times and stuff like that.
And it made me a weird kid, man. But it was cool.
I didn't think you were weird, but
yeah, well, me and you were always cool. It definitely made me weird to some people. You know what I realized? I think when you're that young, it's only weird if it's a group, man. There was like when you to give you an example, there were some popular kids. Do you remember Selena? She passed away too. Selena, I think her name was.
Oh, dang.
She went to middle school with us. She went to Cruces High.
Can you say the last name?
I don't even know the last name, or I probably would. She passed away a few years ago, but she was a popular girl in our middle school. She dated, do you remember Demetrio? You remember that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. She dated him for a while. That's how I always remember her.
Selena's.
Yeah. And she was part of that popular clique, right? And so she wasn't mean to me, but she wasn't nice to me either in that clique. She was just like, oh, there's Will. Like someone would be like, oh, there's fucking...
Like outside of it, she was cool, but inside when she was with them...
Well, when she was with them, they'd be like, oh, there's Will. And she'd be like, yeah, let's go. And they would all leave. So that kind of mean, like it wasn't her idea, but she went with the popular crowd. But I ended up having a class with her like in 7th or 8th grade without her friends. And she was my lab partner.
Yeah.
And it was actually, I don't even say lab party. It was like a home ec kind of class where we would cook and do like sew pillows and shit.
That was Miss Bird's.
Was it? Yeah, it was one of...
It was Miss Bird.
I know the name, but I'm not picturing which one it was.
One side of it was actually right in the middle of the wing. So one side was like the Like you made shorts with your favorite college, and then
they made you bring the baby for a while. Do you remember that? You had to carry the baby.
I didn't have to do that.
I had to take care of that. I fucked my baby up. But that's a whole nother story. But it was an accident. that girl was
you learn from your mistakes. So
she sat next to me in that class, and I said something funny once. This is how it all started for me. This is a pivotal moment in my life. I said something funny to her, and she laughed, and a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, dude, this is how I get popular or talk to like people. I'm gonna make people laugh. And so like for the longest time, she would be funny and cool with me in the class, and then when I would see her with her group, she wouldn't talk to me at all.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, I'm just gonna start. So by the time I hit high school, man, I played basketball. I moved out. Like my hygiene got better, my health got better when I like lived in like an actual real home without my crazy parents. Yeah. And I got funnier. I got really good at sports, and so my life got better after that. But yeah, I always think back. That's where it all changed, man. I was like, damn, I'm gonna get really funny, man.
It's crazy, man. Like it's just simple little things in life like that, dude. Like that's why that's why I like DJing. Just it brings people out for one night. Like my whole goal is not for people to go and fight. Like it's for me to like I want to display my talents. I want people to have a good time, enjoy the music, dance, vibe out.
It feels good to create something that people enjoy. It's like the way a chef makes a meal. And it takes them like 2 hours to make the meal, and the person eats it in 5 minutes. But they're like, man, I put my time. This is art. It's artwork. You know, if you're a really good chef, at least. And then it's that feeling like, man, I'm providing someone they enjoy. You know, they always say like, you like it? How does it feel? Is it too? And then it makes you feel good, dude. It's the same thing with DJing. I'm assuming it's the same thing when I do this podcast. The same thing when I record music. Like I do it. I started doing music because when I started recording hip hop, it was because I felt like I wasn't being heard, and I'm like, I'm going to record hip hop because the one time I get to say whatever I want, and you have to hear, and you can't cut me off, or if you don't like it, you just turn it down or off. And that's your choice. I don't want to appeal to you anyways. And so I enjoy and I love that, man. It's a reflection of self. Yeah. Do you feel like when you're DJing and stuff, you're like, this is me. Like this is my version of this.
This is like, it's my zen. I call it my zen. Like it's my place where I'm like, nobody bothers me. Like I'm in my world. Like I'm displaying it for the people. At the same time, like they can't interrupt me. Like they can't. There's some people that will go and try and just throw it off. Like you have haters and stuff, and they'll go and request
or people that are just wasted and they just don't know boundaries.
Can you play some Despacito?
No.
I don't got it. Yeah, but yeah, dude, it's my zen. Like that's where I go. Like that's.
I have a question for you. Because I struggle with this sometimes. How we're talking about like if when you put something out there and people enjoy it, it makes you feel good. What about when they don't? Have you ever heard? Not a lot of people do that, but let's haters, right? Let's call them haters. Have you ever had anyone tell you like, yeah, you're all right, or it could have been, or they critique you, they tell you what you could do better? Like, what do you do when they do that?
Man, it's I don't try and correct them just because everybody's got an opinion. Yeah, I take it in as like what else I could do and help myself and be better.
But what if everyone liked it? And this one person is like, dude, you're drops
raw.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like this is like, you're just being a hater. Like, you're not even giving me positive feedback because no one else has. Dude, if like 10 people tell you the same thing, then
like
you take
last night, man. Like last night, bro. I mean, everybody, dude. Rad's a big place here. It's dope.
Yeah, it's probably the most popular place here right now.
I'm thankful I got to go and play. Like, I've never been in that bar ever. No, so the first time I actually got to be in that bar, I got paid to be there. So it's cool. You know what I mean? But like everybody, bro, just everybody was vibing, and manager didn't like it. But it is what it is. Like
it is what it is.
I mean, if they go look back, I'm pretty sure like they do their yearly or quarterly freaking audits, and they see the money.
When they see what days made good money,
that'll be a good.
You definitely brought a lot of people there because it is pretty packed, but it was definitely getting a little out of hand. That's the only thing about that place is it should be bigger. I think the issue is Las Cruces doesn't have enough competitive spots because everyone goes to that spot.
But even when we did, like people didn't show up. Like
that's why Graham's closed. Dude, there was a huge spot, but like there was nights where it was packed and then there's nights where nobody went.
Like Q Time, dude. Like I emphasize Q Time because it was so underrated.
You were there a lot,
dude. That was my residency. Yeah. So I played there every Friday and Saturday. Like that was my residency, and then like played at Halos whenever I could, or then that kind of became my residency too. But when we did our last show there, like we closed it down, they took out all the pool tables, dude, packed, like jam packed.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, now you fuckers want to show up.
I could see it when they take out the pool tables, take up over half that spot, man.
Well, the thing is, the pool tables weren't even in the way. So a lot of people underestimated it because they had 6 league pool tables, professional league pool tables. You know what I mean? So people would go and play. They're all back there, like where the bowling alley was, and then you had people that sat by the bar and stuff. So it would look dead, but there was a lot of people because it's very spacious.
It's spread out.
It was big. Yeah.
I like that placement. I like going there because when I go to a placement, I don't like going to a giant club, but I don't like going to a small one either. It's got to be somewhere in the medium and in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Damn, dude.
You meant what I knew.
You meant what I knew. It's got to be somewhere in the middle, and it's got to be breathable, man. I like, and that's why I like that place because you can go outside and it's a little bit quieter. You can be inside where there's music.
The big patio was huge, bro.
That was big. You could throw a whole other concert on that patio. They never used it.
Yeah, we did. We did a comedy show out there. We did a comedy show. We did like a summer thing. I did a summer bash out there.
That's what's up, dude. What do you think they're gonna do with that building?
They'll reopen it the same way.
You think they'll put a club there?
Dude, all those lanes are brand new, bro. They just installed brand new lanes.
Why did that close down anyways? Do you know? Because you kind of knew some of those people, right?
Well, Dustin's my real good friend.
But you don't want to, yeah.
I don't know. He told me the details, but
yeah, just in case you don't want to fuck that story up.
Nah, he's my boy.
Yeah, but I think that's what it is. We need more spots, and I like what they're doing with that downtown area because there's so much real estate right there.
Yeah, you got like Little Toe Creek.
Yeah, you could just kind of cross over, and there's empty buildings that they could put stuff in. So,
and actually, I had been talking about it. I was actually trying to get Dustin to get a spot. I'm like, bro, let's get a spot downtown, dude. Yeah. Like, let's start like kind of like just promoting it more.
That'd be a good investment, bro.
Well, now it's my idea's gone. I should have invested it 3 years ago. I would have probably, you know what I mean? I'd have had a spot and stuff. But,
yeah.
But I mean, like everything happens for a reason. So like, I like Austin, dude. I love it out there.
Yeah, I definitely want to go out there and chill. Have you? What other places have you been? Like that you haven't talked about? Do you travel a lot,
bro? Yes.
Yes.
A lot. Yeah. My flyer miles. I'm almost the A-list pervert on
really
South by.
It's like welcome.
So last November, I DJ'd the hip hop music festival for my boy Sonny. He rapped out there, so I played out there.
That was out in Austin?
Yeah, it was in Phoenix.
This
was in Phoenix. Yeah, there was like 300 performances or something like that. It was a 2-day long event. I mean, I played his set. Like I just played probably like 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
For like 15 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I threw down like 6 of his songs, and then like in the meantime, I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm gonna go find a bar. Ended up playing at it's called The Park. Ended up playing in downtown Phoenix.
Yeah.
I played in Tucson. Played in Denver. Puerto Peñasco. They want me to go back
that must have been
for Memorial.
Fun.
Oh, dude, Puerto Peñasco was badass.
Have you DJ'd a spot for spring break?
No.
Do you think that would be crazy? You probably want to enjoy spring break, huh? You don't want to be DJing.
The thing is, it's hard because of my work, so I can't just like go.
Yeah.
Because I work Monday through Friday, so it's set hours and everything. Like.
So you're always doing stuff. You're working a different job and then you're DJing, right?
Yeah. So, just project manager during the day, DJ by night.
So what are you doing? Let's say you get a random day off. What do you think you would do with your day off?
Probably play video games.
That's what you're doing?
I mean, I game it up. Yeah, like most of the time I'll game it up, and I'll download music. I'll see what's out there. I like as much as I'm on the phone. It's not just like always on the phone. I'm always seeing like, all right, what new songs are coming out?
Yeah,
what's vibing right now? What's hitting? Like things like that, man. It's very, very like what was I? What did I say it was? It was damn. What is it like? Damn it, I forgot what I was.
Did you have a word in your head or what?
No, like kind of like when you're building yourself up. I don't know. I forgot what it was called. Yeah, it was a word, but
no, it's all good. I get what you're saying. I guess.
Yeah, like just leveling up. Like you're just making yourself better. Like
yeah. Self-awareness. Put more tools in there too.
Yeah,
I think that's an issue too. Is people don't always stay up to date with the latest stuff, and so it's like you can get left behind, bro, for sure.
Super hard with hip hop right now because of social media streams and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like you have people that put out random stuff on SoundCloud that's not even hitting yet.
That's not even on the radio.
Yeah, it's like. You got 2 million plays on it or 2 million views or whatever.
That's how that fucking Old Town Road was, huh? It blew up like on SoundCloud, I think, or one of those sites, like a streaming site.
That's how Post Malone was found. Through SoundCloud, yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Dude, we live in this crazy world.
Juice WRLD, before he passed away, he was a SoundCloud artist.
For anyone that's thinking about doing music, just do it
from
your house.
Internet.
You don't have to go anywhere. You can blow up from your home.
And that's why it's so popular, or that's why it's blowing up so fast, because like how you have your setup here, like you can record at your house and
just upload it.
Dude, and even being just like a producer itself is like everybody's like, oh, do you make your own beats? Like I can't do it. I'm not a producer.
Yeah.
Like, I DJ, like I could beat blend and I can match songs and make it just sound good and just entertain. But
producing's way harder than people give it credit for.
Hard, bro.
Because I've done my own production for all my last music, and it's not all my music ever. I went to a different producer before, but I just started learning, and no one taught me. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I just follow. If I go over to someone else's studio, I watch what they do. I started off in a basic one. Now I have Pro Tools, like the whole elite one.
Yeah, see, and it's just having the right tools makes it work better.
Well, it feels good to have all the tools, and then you got to actually go out and get the skills and knowledge to use those tools. So I'm still learning, man. And so, I'm not even that great at it. And so like when things are all jacked up, man, I'm like, damn, I spent a lot of effort to not even get the best thing. So when I see these mainstream producers, or not even mainstream, maybe just producers that are really good, I'm like, damn, that guy really perfects his art. You know what I mean? It's the little sudden nuances, the blends, kind of like exactly what you said with DJing. It's like you don't see them until they're not there. Until like I wouldn't know how good a DJ was until I heard that really shitty one, and I'm like, oh, dude, for real, no, that other dude was dope because this guy sucks.
So after I moved to Austin, I had an external hard drive crash on me completely. I lost probably like 200,000 songs, bro.
Ooh.
I was hurt. I literally was like, all right, like maybe this is time for me to just hang up the gloves.
The career
like,
is over.
So I even put it out. I put it out on Facebook, bro. I was like, look, I'm done DJing. Like I can't do this no more. And then, like you said, like self-awareness. Like I went to a bar, heard this DJ playing. I'm like, dude, I'm better than this dude. Like I am better than this guy. I'm like, oh, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna get a spot, and then that's how we got that spot in downtown 6. And they only had us there on Saturdays, and the owner was like, I'll give you guys 6 weeks. If I don't see results, I gotta let you go. It was all fine. Fair enough.
That's a fair deal. Yeah.
So 6 weeks, pay you $150 for the night, whatever. Cool. Then, hey, you guys want to play Friday too? So now we got Friday, Saturday residency, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I think people, as human beings, this is very common. People always want people will work hard. You ever hear someone like, dude, I worked my ass off and it didn't work out? You didn't. Because you maybe worked your ass off initially, but people want fast results. That's what they want. They want the best results, and they want them now. Think about people that work out.
Yeah.
They're so obsessed with getting the result. That's not how working out works. You work out for a long period of time. Yeah. And so it's the same thing with anything. I think people do try really hard at first, and then it doesn't go so well, and then they give up. So when people tell me that I try really hard and it didn't work out, I'm like, well, then that's because you stopped trying hard. If you try hard for a long time, it works out somewhat. Maybe not to the level you want it to be, but it will be successful, right? Yeah. But you gave up because it's the same thing with this YouTube stuff, man. Like I'm at the point where I'm getting really low plays or whatever, but my retention is high. So like the amount of people,
you're getting the repetitive viewers coming back
and they're watching for a long time. I would much rather have 50 views with like a 50% retention than to have like 1,000 views with like a 3%. You know what I mean? Which is what happens when you get strangers clicking on your videos. So I always tell people like, watch it. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. Yeah. But if you didn't, that's fine. Like just move on. Like you know what I mean? That's fine.
No harm, no foul.
But I'm at the point where I'm like, I learn. I put time every week to try to learn something new. I'm getting better at all this stuff. And I asked you earlier about your reaction to like a hater. When I was doing those videos, remember you were saying you started off doing those videos and then you did the podcast?
Yeah, and I remember you're very upset with like some of the comments and stuff like that.
Well, people got hurt, and I think it's my own fault, if I'm being honest. I called myself on this. But like there were some people that were posting some stuff. You can't hurt my feelings. Like with like, dude, you're dumb. I'm like, whatever. I know I'm not dumb. But
tell me something I don't know.
People were getting upset. Yeah, exactly. People were getting upset at my opinions. And it's like, so it was my fault because I was like, I get in my own head, like, I'm like, well, maybe they're right. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't. You get the fear of offending. And you're like, I don't want to offend this guy or girl, whoever it is, or people. And so then I kind of took back from it. But then I realized like, no matter what the opinion is, you're going to have people that hate it and love it.
All the time.
Have you ever you watch Joe Rogan, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone who's listening to this that watches Joe Rogan, click on his comments. There's tons of bad ones. Tons of them. There's tons of good ones, too. But it's like, it made me realize, like, God, this is probably the biggest podcaster in the world right now. And he has tons of hate. But I'm sure he doesn't even read those things. Yeah, so I had to get out of my own head and be like, dude, just who cares? People are allowed to go like, hey, I don't like your opinion on racism. I'm like, cool.
See, and I understand, like, you're probably doing it like as an analytical standpoint, like, oh, how can I make myself better or something that's how it goes. Sometimes you just gotta just let the dust settle, man.
I think it's just it's perseverance, man, and it's like you put the time in, and I'm doing other stuff, man. Like, and so I hate when they say like I'm busy, I have too much stuff going on, and da 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 da. You know what I mean? It's like we do. Like I have a lot of stuff going on. I work full time. I do the podcast. I work out at least 6 times a week, man. I have a life with my fiance. I have like other things that I do. Right?
Yeah, this is something you do for fun.
Yes.
And actually, like that's why I'm here. Like I'm actually here for an art show for my boy Abel. Yeah. Like he's like, I take you everywhere I go. Like if we're doing a show, like you're coming. So he flew me out here. That's why I was here for the weekend. Mm-hmm. And dude, he's all like with his art, the way he gets down and how he like lives his life. Like that's all he does, dude. That's what he does for a living. He paints. He does what he loves to do.
Okay, he's painting.
Yeah, he's an artist. He got down on a live one. I'll show you on my Snapchat, just in front of everybody.
Give him a plug. What's his name?
Abel Garcia Designs. He's painted for the Dallas Mavericks, Dallas Cowboys. Damn. He actually painted for Emmitt Smith.
What's the best way to find that guy? Like his artwork?
AbelGarciaDesigns.com. Yeah.
Or just go to look him up on Facebook, right?
AB Designs. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up. So it's been one of your friends for a long time, you're saying?
So he's my brother's friend. Like they went to high school together.
I got you. Like
we're all in the same fraternity. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So in the fraternity for college anyways, he's one of my older brothers.
Yeah.
But he's just always like pulling me around. The dude lives a lifestyle like very not lavish, but he's very like just go for it, just
like
go,
driven.
just chase your dreams, man. Yeah,
yeah.
You got to just nip it up.
Is it working out for him?
Oh, dude, yes, bro. That's all he does for a living. He just paints and
he loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, you just gotta take the steps, man. He's like, it's not gonna all come at once. Just be patient. But like him, the way he lives like that, like that's kind of my goal. Like I want to DJ for a living. Like I would love to do it. Travel and go play. Like like go to Virginia, go to New York, go to Cali, go. You know what I mean? Just everywhere. And that's what I've been doing so far. So I played Texas, Colorado, Arizona, Mexico. So I'm an international DJ technically.
There you go. Yeah.
So it's like that's my goal is just to go everywhere and play.
That's what's up, dude.
And sometimes it's not too hard, but if you're good, obviously, well, if you're good, they'll keep you around. But like it's just going and just talking to people. Like I was listening on your last podcast, you know, and you just like to talk with people and just see like who they are as a person and stuff. And that's like as a DJ, you gotta go and like, hey man, like my name is so and so, this and this. I played here. Like, do you guys want to DJ for tonight? Or
is that how it works? Do you just walk into a club and introduce yourself?
Literally,
and try
like
to make a good impression.
Yeah, that's how. Well, me and my boy, we were together, and like the bar was kind of dead. Like we just walked in, they're like, hey man, like you guys don't have any DJs here? They're like, no, we had some, but it kind of didn't work out. Blah blah. I was all, well, we're DJs. Like what's up? Like we could get the spot rocking. Sure enough, dude. People just started.
Have you ever done one on the spot? Like, I'll go home and get my shit right now.
Yeah.
Has that happened?
All the time. Yeah.
Oh, that's how I would be. I'm a salesman, man. Like, if I see an opportunity, I'm hopping on that shit.
And you have to take those, like.
Yeah. That's your one, and then you kill it, and then that's how they put you on for the more weeks, right? That's like
you'll lose every freaking opportunity you get if you don't take the chance.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, you have to. That's where accepting rejection comes into play, right? Those people, you have to learn how to accept no, like, because it's important. Because it doesn't mean it's always going to be a no.
It's hard, dude. Yeah, sometimes you're just like, oh. There's some days like you do really good, and there's other days you're like, oh, why am I doing this? But
this is kind of funny, but I always remember that sentiment from. Did you ever see that show Mansers?
Oh yeah,
like back in the day. I don't think they still have
MTV. Wasn't it on?
I don't know. True TV, one of those ones where they show.
It was MTV.
It was on the same channel as 1,000 Ways to Die because it was on right after it. Spike. There you go. Yeah, and they would. One of the episodes was. They're trying to find ways for guys to get laid, like statistically the best way. And then
the pickup artists.
Well, this guy was funny because you know how they were trying to prove that like all you have to do is ask. And so they sent a guy and he went out and asked like 100 people at a club or something. And all he asked them was like, do you want to have sex with me? Like, oh, get away from me. And he walked like, hi, I'm Steve. Do you want to have sex with me? That's all he was allowed to say. And like out of 100, like 4 people said yes. And so like they're proving like, hey, if you don't have any game, like if everything else fails, just ask everyone. And then like eventually it'll work out.
Somewhere down the line, someo's going to say yeah,
Someone's going to say yes. And that sounds silly and it was a funny episode, but it always reminds me of like, dude, play the numbers game. Like you're going to get, what is that, 94 no's before you, 96 no's before you get a yes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But is it worth it to get that one yes? If you're a dude not getting any, ask 100 times, man.
And actually like in like the DJ aspect, it's harder to retain than it is to actually like get a gig.
Is it really?
Yeah, man.
What would be a reason that you lose a spot? Like when you say retain?
Just maybe your performance. Like you got to be on top of your shit, obviously.
Like people complain or something?
But like you said, you know what I mean? Like you go and you hear a DJ, you're like, what the fuck? Like, why is he playing?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's all about your output and your energy and stuff like that. I've been to bars where I see DJs that are just like, oh, they just play their stuff. Like me, I kind of try and interact and I'll get on the mic. Hey, what's up? You're over here. Tip your bartenders, you know, like talking like, I try not to do it too much because then after a few beers, then it's kind of like you get repetitive and people don't want to hear that. So,
like, damn, this dude really wants me to tip my bartender.
Like, jeez, man, I guess I already tipped them $40.
I heard you say it once the whole time that I was there. At least you probably did it again after that.
Yeah, and then like I had some like divorce. This girl like got divorced. They're like, hey, give a shout out to my friend. She just recently divorced.
Really?
So I was like, I was all big shout out to so and so. She just recently got divorced. Everyone went screaming. Dude, it was, like I had birthday shout outs. Like it was just cool, man. Like
that's fun, man.
Like I said, I felt like a celebrity. So like people were like, hey, can I take a picture with you?
That's what's up, dude. You deserve it, man. Because people know you in this town, bro. You're pretty popular here, like for sure.
That's because of my family, man.
Yeah, well, family. All of it. You have a big family too, huh?
Yeah, my dad.
Was it your cousins? So you had cousins that were the same age as us, right?
Yeah, Annalicia. You remember Annalicia?
I kind of remember that, but I don't really know them. But those are your two, and they're cousins or sisters? Cousins. Do you have siblings?
I have one brother and 3 sisters.
Yeah, and you're close with them?
I'm the youngest of 5. Yeah.
Damn. So that's you.
And then my dad's the oldest of 14. So.
Oh shit. Damn, you fucking up. How many do you have?
0, bro.
You got 14 more to go, man. You got to beat
single,
your dad.
I have no kids. Like but it's because it's a lot of it's my lifestyle, man. Like
I have a question for you. I'm glad that you brought that up because you said that earlier. So because you mentioned you're like, hey, ideally I want to get to a place where like I can travel and do all these gigs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you don't have to talk about this if you don't want to.
No.
And so do you like in your head, like you're like, I'm just going to be single. Let's say that works out and you blow up and you're just traveling. Would you prefer just
I've already kind of accepted it like that. Like I've already known, like, you know what?
I'm just going to be single.
My thing was like, if I'm going to find somebody, she's got to like be able to understand like what I'm doing. Like,
yeah,
this is my like dreams and ambitions and goals. Like, and it's a rough lifestyle. And a lot
would you want a girl that stayed at home while you traveled and you came back? Or would you want a girl that traveled with you?
Yes, dude. Like, that's the point. Like, hey, let's go. Like,
I got you.
I'm a very, like, I like seeing the world. I want to see the world before I die. Like, that's my, like, I want to travel. I want to see what this is all about.
So it's not like I want to be a single DJ just hooking up with people. It's more like I'm okay with a relationship if you're willing to travel with me because that's
if you're going to travel, cool. If you're going to stay home, fine. Like, you just have to respect what I'm doing.
That's fair.
And it's very hard because a lot of girls are like, well, I don't know. You're out all night on the weekends. And then that's the thing too, is that like the weekends when like dates or whatever, like I'm DJing.
That's where all the gigs are.
I'm performing. Yeah. Like it's
Have you ever caught yourself like kind of getting in a relationship and you're like, oh, like I better cut this out because I'm DJ?
It's happened. And then actually they would cut me out. So it was kind of.
Do you ever sabotage it though?
No, man.
No?
Like, no, just because
you don't think part of your brain goes like, I've done this.
There's sometimes like, fuck, I fucked up with that one. Damn it. But most of the time it's just because I like doing music, so it does, like I've already said, you know what? Nobody, nothing, anything's gonna get in my way of doing it. And
if there was a girl that was a DJ, would you date a girl DJ? Or is that too weird? Because what if y'all get competitive?
It's a good question. I know. I'm like, if I date her,
what if her mix is way doper than yours? You're like, bitch, I'll break up with you right now.
Bye, Felicia. I can't do this.
I fucking love you. Making better mixes than me. It's fucked up.
But and then honestly, like. A lot of like girl DJs,
yeah,
dude, sex sells, bro. It's fucking well-known fact.
I don't know any girl DJs. Damn, I didn't think about that tonight. Dude, are there like good-looking girl DJs?
There's some girl DJs that are badass that actually play like how I play vinyl. So vinyl's hard. Control like EDM, it's easier, it's cooler, like it's simpler.
It like EDM's like is it CPC?
They're controllers, yeah. So
and then vinyl, you have records,
needle,
right?
turntable scratching. Well, it's cool because like that vinyl that you play on is time coded, so you could press off of like any MP3.
Mm-hmm.
You could just pull it, and like when I scratch, it's actually scratching from the vinyl.
Really?
Yeah. So it's more hands on. It makes me feel like I'm actually working more because I got to make sure the needle's clean. I got to like.
It definitely looks cooler.
Hey, it's the presentation too, man. Like it looks good. Like when you see a DJ playing on vinyl, you're like, oh shit, like getting down on those turntables.
So what if there's a girl DJ and she was better at doing vinyl?
I've seen a couple of girl DJs better than me, but not in person, but like on like YouTube.
But I mean like dating. Would you date a DJ that was better than you?
Oh my God. Probably not.
No.
If she's better than me.
That's fair. I think I'd feel the same
Either
way.
That or I'd just make sure I'm going to beat her. That way, yeah.
All right. That's a good point, dude. Like, what if like that was your what if you become the best DJ ever because she raises your game? You know how like when you play basketball against some scrubs, sometimes you might lose because you're playing to their level.
Yeah.
But when you play against the really good people, you kind of rise to their level.
Yeah.
What if that happened?
That could happen, yeah.
Bro, you got to date a DJ that's better than you. That's a girl. I think I figured out your issue here. Damn, bro. Now we got to go to djsmeet.com or something. Is there like a site?
An app for all you single DJs?
What are you doing out here? You're not a DJ. I always wonder, like, what happened?
Did you hear the drop that I was dropping last night? I was like, dude, is all your girl's favorite DJ. And the girl who actually made it for me, Patricia, she's on the radio.
Oh,
she was there last night. So when I played it, she was all, like,
that's my shit.
Yeah, that's me. Like, but it was funny because I put, like, it says your girl's favorite DJ. Dude, everybody just starts laughing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that environment was just fun.
That's fun, man. I'm glad that you had fun. If I didn't have work in the morning, even though I'm not drinking this month, I would have stayed till 2 a.m, man.
Yeah,
that was my whole time, man. That was my whole thing is I was just having a blast, man.
Everybody was rocking. It was cool, man. Like, it's like, I'll show you the videos in a minute.
Yeah.
It was jam-packed. Like,
before I lose this thought, I always wonder, man, because like you can't like discriminate and stuff, right? It's like, I mean, you can't be racist. There's like laws preventing this stuff now.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what if, and I wouldn't do this, by the way, but what if I made like a black people meet profile? Like, what do you think would happen to me?
I don't know.
Do you think I would get hits?
You get so much probably hate or something.
But do you think it's legal that they could like turn me off of the website? And I can go like, that's racist. I wouldn't, by the way. But if I did, do you think I would win a lawsuit?
Probably.
You think so?
Dude, you get the right lawyer, you can win anything.
People don't give a fuck about white people, dude.
Hey, if OJ can get away with it, dog, like
as a white guy,
if
man,
you have the right lawyer and they know the laws, dude, like you can freaking win anything.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's I would never do that, but I always think about that. Same. I'm like, how do they monitor that site or the Farmers Only? Like, what if some fucking DJ what if you popped up on Farmers Only? Like, would they be like, dude, we're gonna have to cancel your profile, or would they just be like, fuck it, like he's a farmer too?
No, I grew up in a ranch, so like people don't know my backstory. You're already
making your profile right now, dude.
Like I did, like I grew up like around like horses and chickens, and goats, and yeah, bro. Or in high school, I had to go milk the goat before I freaking went to school.
You milked a goat before?
Yeah.
Damn. That's
She'd give a gallon a day.
Really?
Yeah, it was good milk.
That sounds like some country shit. She'd give a gallon a day.
She'd get 2 quarts in the morning.
That goat gave me a gallon.
Yeah,
dude. For my cereal.
Yeah, dude. But I grew up like, I mean, I dressed like I didn't, but
yeah. Well, that doesn't mean anything anymore. You got people at country bars dressed as a cowboy that drive like.
I know. I'm like, I see people at the bar. I'm like, fucker used to wear Dickies back in middle school.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
people. Well, I don't even want to look at a picture of middle school. I wore tall tees, dude. I don't even want to. I wore jerseys, like basketball jerseys were the shit, dude. Like,
no, I wore a lot of wrestling shirts. It was just
you did?
Yeah, I just always wore like
terrible.
Las Cruces Youth Wrestling, or it was just like wrestling was a part of my lifestyle that time, and I'm like, yeah.
It was cool to like wear the shirt of whatever group you belong to for sure. I wore my basketball like the sweat like suit they give you, like the pre-workout. I wore that shit. I think I wore that shit to a party once.
Yeah.
Is it getting a little loose there?
No, like, since I hit it, I kind of messed it up. But yeah, dude, yeah, it's just like that's what I wore. Like my kind of like wardrobe hasn't changed much.
No, it has. I bet. Have you seen? Dude, I'm not in any of the yearbooks, but do you still have your old yearbooks?
Yeah, I have my sophomore year one,
bro. Anyone listening to this that knows me, I challenge you to find me in a yearbook. I skipped picture day almost every year.
Did you have the ghost?
Yeah, it was just like
the outline.
If you didn't have a profile picture online, like that little gray thing. That's how it is in the yearbook, dude.
Like, who the fuck is this guy?
I think I may have went to one on accident, like in middle school. So maybe someone's like, "Hey, will I have one of you?" So maybe I am in a yearbook, but I specifically skipped them all, man. I hated that shit.
So luckily for me, the girl who was doing the yearbook my senior year, she was a wrestling manager.
Yeah.
So like she put me all over the yearbook my senior year. I think
really?
like you know how you go to the back and it tells you what pages you're on. My list was like that, and then like on the bottom, like because like during the pages you could turn.
Did you have a quote on yours? Do you remember yours?
I don't remember my quote.
I didn't graduate, so I didn't get a quote because only the seniors had quotes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get a quote.
I think. What was my quote? Dang it! I think. Shoot. On everybody's yearbook, I wrote "G's up, hose down."
Well, do you remember what was the summer one everyone used to write? Do you remember that? Stay cool in the shade, like something like there's some like silly shit everyone used to write.
So I had an ex-girlfriend of mine went and wrote, like, I actually pulled it up my sophomore year. She went and I was dating a girl at the time, but she went and she wrote in my yearbook, but she went on a random page and just wrote, because she's like, hopefully she doesn't find this, but yeah, this and that. Like like she stole my yearbook. She's like, you're taking it with me. And I was like,
she just wrote some shit in there.
Yeah.
What did it say?
Fuck, I don't remember.
Was it silly? Like,
yeah, it was like, hey, like, hopefully your girlfriend doesn't find this, but yeah.
Dude, I found like, God, this is how long ago it was. I remember when MySpace was popular, and then
dude, yeah,
and then Facebook got popular, and then everyone went to Facebook. So it was years after MySpace went away.
Yeah, but
it was still a music site for a while. Do you remember that? It had just music.
Yeah,
and then but I remember getting an email one day, and it was like, "Hey, it's the last 24 hours for you to log into your old profile, or else they're all gone permanently."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Dude," and by this time, like 5 or 6 years had passed. So I was like, "I'm gonna log in, and let's see if I even remember." And I got my login, and I read some of my messages to like some girls on MySpace. God. I was like, "Damn, dude!" Like it was emotional, and I'm like, "I fucking loved you," like, and like it was like. I'm like, what am I doing? Just writing people like weird shit. Like,
dude, it's crazy how you like do some time lapses and like you kind of like revisit yourself in the past.
If you could watch a podcast of 12-year-old you right now, you'd be like, God, I was so stupid, dude. Like, you would for sure.
Who's this creature? Who's this little
goon bag?
Not
going anywhere.
No, he ain't gonna be successful.
No, he's gonna
hate life.
He's gonna be a drug addict for sure.
Dude, yeah, man, it's crazy. Like everybody, like, so for instance, like. If you could go back and change something, what would it be and why?
Dude, this came up on a previous podcast because I can identify several moments in my life that could have been different. Mm-hmm. And I hate saying this because I hate cliche phrases, man. But I don't know if I'd change anything because I truly am happy now. I really am. So I'll answer your question two ways. The first honest way is I probably wouldn't. But let's say I had to. Like, I would go back. Yeah, I would go back. There's 2 specific girlfriends that I had that I would definitely never would have dated. They're out. Yeah, a really good foster home, the Nietos, Patrick's parents.
Yeah,
I got arrested when I lived there, and I lost my spot. By the time I got out of jail, they got a new foster kid, and I love their home, bro. Like, and I lost that spot. So if I can go back in time, I never would have got arrested.
You would do that?
Yeah, I would undo that. Which is a crazy story too, dude. I was in the paper for that one too. I was hanging out with some kids. You probably knew a couple of them because it was when I was at Cruces.
Yeah,
and they were robbing houses here in town, and I had a car. And so like they called me like, hey, can you come pick us up? We stole some stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'll go pick you. And I went up to them. So I knew that they had like robbed this house. Mm-hmm. It turns out they robbed this like neo-Nazi dude, and he had like AK-47. They took guns, ammunition, liquor, all money, jewelry, and they put it all in my car. And I'm like, fuck, dude. But they're my friends. And so I drove them to a house.
Were they really?
Yeah, they weren't. I don't. To give you an idea, I don't talk to any of these people anymore.
Yeah.
But at the time, they're my friends. And I took them home, or wherever, and they took all their stuff, and I went to school. I'm like, dude, I'm out. And they came and arrested me at school. A neighbor's camera got my license plate, picking him up. They come and arrest me in the middle of class. I go to jail. These guys all blame each other, right? I don't know this till later on. They all blame each other. One of them blamed me, like Will did it. And all I remember is from watching movies, like, you don't fucking talk, like, you just don't talk. So like, and I was 15. So 15-year-old Will, I'm like, they're like interrogating me, and they're like, all your friends talked, and they're going home. Like, they do that shit. And like, well, you're going to jail unless you talk. And I literally, when people say I didn't talk, I literally like, not even like, hey, I don't feel like talking. I didn't say anything. I just stayed. They probably thought I was mute. I literally didn't speak a word. I just stared at them. So I ended up doing 2 months in juvenile detention center.
At the John Paul Taylor Center? Yeah.
And then I go to court with those there's 5 of us total. All 4 of those people got felonies. They all got charged. They let me go. I have nothing on my record. Because I did technically, but I wasn't part of it, and I didn't speak. And they pressured me to speak, and I did it, and they dropped all my charges, and those guys all got charged.
Like, well, they
really
never
did jail time. They got probation, but that's felonies, man. That affected their whole life. But I did lose my spot in my home, so I probably wouldn't have had I pled guilty or talked, and then I would have had my home, but a felony. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's weird how it works out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how like life kind of just balances itself out.
Yeah. So little things like that, I think I would have just never picked them up. So like little things like that I can identify that I would have changed. But I like who I became, man. Like, I'm funny, I'm happy, I have a lot of friends, I enjoy talking to different people, man. Like, I don't spend my life like trying to figure out. I'm not like the richest person in the world, but I don't ever check my bank account. I remember back in the day where I had to check to make sure. I'd have to borrow money from one to pay it from the other one, and like it was just weird, like scamming the system, like getting money back, and I know I'll have like 3 days to put the money back in before I get a fee. There's just weird shit like that. And so I don't go through any of that anymore. I could definitely be doing better, which I will. Yeah. But I'm happy, man. I'm in a good spot. This is my passion, and I have time to do it while I'm also going to college and working full time and doing all my other stuff, man. And so So that's why I say I wouldn't change anything. What about you, though?
I'm the same way, bro. Like, I literally like just hearing the same thing you were saying. Like, I wouldn't change anything just because it wouldn't have made me the person that I am today. Mm-hmm. And I'm, like I said, like you too. I'm in a happy spot, man. Like, DJing,
you seem happy, man. You
working, I mean, I don't have a girlfriend, so like, I mean, it would be cool to have one, but at the same time, it's like, it's not a
defining thing for you. Do you ever like hang out, like just chilling, like, damn, like if only I had a girlfriend? Do you ever do that?
Yeah, there's sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just like you go home, you're like, all right, well, now I'm here.
This would be cool to have someone to hang out with.
Yeah, just like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, all right, cool. Like, I get my space. Nobody's like nagging me for anything. Not that girlfriends are naggers or anything, but
they are. No, but I'm sure I am too. That's part of it.
But it comes with the territory, in other words. Yeah, so I guess in other words, I'm not just looking for someone to inspire me, like, or to kind of push me to be better.
That's cool that you have been single for such a long time, and then it doesn't really bother you. And it's cool that you just said that, because it is true.
It's hard, man, especially in this day and age too. Like, you see more divorced couples than you see married. Like, it's bad.
Yeah, step parents are now like a legit thing. Yeah, I'll always give super, whatever you want to call it, I'll give a lot of credit to step parents that are actually involved. That's a hard job, man. It's hard to be a parent, but being a step parent, you got to step in and be a parent for someone else's kid that you're taking on as your kid. That's a tough job too, man. And not everyone's good at that, but the people that are, I'm like, dude, you deserve a drink or something, man. That's a tough one.
Like, a lot of people like ask me, like, why are you still single? I'm like, well, because like, if I'm gonna be with somebody, like, I know relationships aren't perfect, but it better be damn close, because like, it involves my life, it involves her life. Like, if she's not happy, then it's not gonna work. If I'm not happy, it's not gonna work.
Here's my theory on that. If it's 60, this will be my guess as a guy. I don't know if it's different for girls. If there's 60%, we said like we don't have to be the same and like all the same stuff. If 60% of it is there, if you're like 60% of the same stuff, if 60% of your guys' relationship, you guys have similar morals, you like the same stuff, you're okay with parenting a certain way, if you're thinking about kids or whatever it is, you go to the same places, you enjoy certain types of shows. If 60% of it is there, the other 40 is manageable because you can grow into learning stuff together, right? But I don't even think I would settle for 50, right? Because I don't know. I need 60. I need a little bit more than half.
You gotta have more things in common than things uncommon.
Yeah, and it has to be the root things. It's not like we both like vanilla. Like, that's stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we both like vanilla ice cream.
I like mustard, Jesus.
Yeah, but it's like when this chaotic moment happens, I had her back, she had mine. Boom, that's like 20% by itself. It's like those things are important, man. I've been with my girl for almost 7 years.
As long as I've been single.
Yeah, there you go.
Good shit.
We've been engaged for a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years now. I'll probably get that wrong, but. And we were friends for 3 years before we ever got together.
I remember you were talking about that. Last podcast.
Yeah, and it feels like I've been with her for a long time, but it's seamless, man. Like, it's like, and we're a couple, bro. It's not like perfect. We don't sit down and have a nice meal with candles every night. Like, we have lives and like things happen, but it's simple. She finds a way to get along with the things that I like, and I find a way to get along with hers. And if we don't, we just agree to not do that thing together, and life goes on, bro. But other relationships that I've been in where like it's like, God, I always wonder like, why the fuck did I stay in these relationships so long? Like, they were terrible, man.
Yeah, my last one was pretty bad. That's
was
why.
It?
Yeah, I mean, it was on both sides.
Yeah.
So it was me and her. Like,
it usually is, though. It's usually never one sided.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of both. Huh? But it made me realize like to know what I do not want in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good lesson too.
So that's why it's kind of like being like, okay, cool. Like I know what I want. Like I'm not gonna fuck around with your time. I'm not gonna bother. Like if you know what I mean. Like I'm not gonna waste your time. I know what I want. Whatever. If they want to be with me, they'll be with me. But I'm not gonna like. My thing is, I'm never gonna force anybody to be with me. Like it's just.
Yeah, I think there's something weird about this is what I do, so you got to do what I do.
Yeah,
I think it's weird. Like it's like you just said. Like either they're already doing it and it's compatible, or they're okay with learning how to be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do that, man. I don't even like friends that do that.
And then and then we'll like just like people that have like kids all of a sudden, like, and there's with someone they don't know, or like just a one night stand or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not for it. Like it happens. I understand, but like
you're saying you don't want that for you.
Yes, exactly.
Like
I'm like if I'm gonna be with somebody, like all right, cool. Like I want to make sure like we're good before we have a kid. Like
yeah.
But I mean things change, so it's like never certain. So it's kind of like.
Yeah, you never know. All I know for a fact is people that go searching for something specific almost never find it, or they by the time they find it, they've already evolved and they don't even want that anymore.
Yeah,
like, I have a buddy like that, and he has a specific type of girl that he's looking for.
Yeah,
and by the time he meets a girl he has a billion of them, but by the time he meets one that has one, like he's already evolved and he's like, well, I'm not into that anymore.
Yeah,
and I'm like, dude, you're a dumbass. Like you need to find someone you really, really enjoy, and they like because people grow, people change. You know what I mean? And so that's a weird saying too. And people are like, I ain't never changing. Like you are. Or even the other way around. Like you've changed, man. Of course, we're all fucking changing, man.
Look at your shirt size. You went from medium to large.
Not wearing tall tees anymore. Yeah, like just things happen, man. So you're supposed to change, man. You're supposed to embrace that. When I like just running into you right now, man. Like you could have. It's been so long since I hung out with you. You could have been a weirdo. I could have been a weirdo. Like, what would you do if you sat down with me and I'm like, dude, have you ever seen the spirits in the room? Like you would be like, oh fuck, what'd I get myself into, dude?
Yeah,
you just never know. Like people change, but like that's like the fun of life, man. Is just
it's just experiencing, man.
Yeah,
you don't know what you don't like unless you've never done it. Like
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then once you're in those situations, you can kind of you could be like, well, yeah, no, this isn't my thing, dude. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that's a good moral, man. I hope everyone has that. I'm happy for you, man, because it seems like you're in a place where you're doing what makes you happy. And then whatever happens to come along the way, you're open to like those things as well. Yeah, man. Like those avenues.
It's just all about taking chances, you know. Like if somebody cracks that door, kick it open, dude.
DJsmeet.com, bro. You gotta start that website, dude.
DJs Meet.
I think that could be a dope ass website, dude. DJs Meet. There's probably like 10 people on there at first.
Have the intro like when you open the app. DJsmeet.com.
Dude, your DJ voice is spot on, dude.
Yeah.
DJs Meet.
Me and my buddy, we like mess around. We're talking about like being like a DJs at like strippers. So I had like a strip club. It was like,
yeah.
All right, guys, coming up to the stage, we got Candy. Candy up, stage 1.
Would you ever DJ at a strip club?
I probably would.
Would you?
Yeah, but it's totally different because it's not like you're not crowd pleasing. You're just playing music. You're just pressing play.
Yeah,
because
you have to do shit like that.
Like, song, yeah.
Karen doing a backflip.
All right, for the next 30 minutes, we got dollar dances. Gentlemen, pull out them dollars.
I've literally been like 4 strip clubs in my whole life. Strip clubs has never been my thing. But after the third one, I'm like, I'm not going to go anymore. And one of my friends convinced me to go to one in, I think it was El Paso. I don't know if it still exists. But they were like, it was like a regular strip club, right? And then out of nowhere, the DJ was like, "Are you guys ready?" Like one of those things. And they're like, "It's power hour" or something. Yeah. And these chicks climbed up to the roof, and they're doing like these crazy acrobatic.
Was that Dreams?
I think so. It was one of them.
Dreams is.
But they climbed all the way up and they're flipping, dude. And I forgot they were naked, dog. I was like, damn, like, that's impressive as fuck, dude.
Holy
like,
shit!
Oh, these girls are athletic. Like I was just like, oh, like if I was watching the NFL or something, I was like, damn, like these girls are skillful. But it was weird, man.
Dude,
and then it was over. Like I'm like, damn, power hour. What the fuck?
Do you like enjoy going to them? Like
no, but not like for the reasons that you would think. Like obviously, I like women, I like tits, whatever. But it's like it's a weird thing, man, because I'm super social, and it's like, how do you have a conversation with someone with their tits just hanging out, like about something other than that? Like, so, did you watch the railroad? Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you even talk about, man? Like,
state taxes or something.
Yeah, like coronavirus, right? Like, nice tits. Like, what do you do? I can't. So I don't like it. Plus, one of the times that I went, this chick, you can tell, like, they come up to you and you're like, oh, she's gonna fucking try to get some money out of me.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't.
Girl, like sat on me, and I was like, hey, and I literally didn't have any money, which like. You shouldn't be at a strip club if you don't have money, by the way, so it's my own fault. But I was like, hey, I don't want anything, and she goes, it's all good, sweetie, and licks my face and like walked away. And I was like, God damn it. Like I was just like, fuck this place, dude.
Damn it, I'm out of here.
And she just laughed. I'm like, and I was scared that she was gonna charge me for that lick, man. I'm like, damn, like is that like 25 cents or something? Like how much is a face lick
bodily
cost?
Fluids, bro.
Yeah, dude. I thought she was gonna come back with a bounce like he owes me a nickel or some weird shit. I'm like, damn.
$50. So, yeah. No, man, funny story. I won't mention his name, but one of my cousins. So my brother's a dummy. He tells my cousins to do different stuff. So he's like,
just to see if
just put $1 in your mouth and go up to it. So one of my cousins,
like at a strip club. I get what you're saying.
So he's like, I'll just put $1 in your mouth, see what they do. So my cousin does it. She goes, she does her dance or whatever. She's trying to take the $1 from him. He wouldn't let it go. So I don't know why he held on to it, but she took it out of his mouth and then like smacked him. Pat.
What if he got like
and then kept dancing.
Paper cut?
so I asked him like, dude, why didn't you let it go? He's like, dude, my lips were chapped. It wasn't even me. Like,
so he was trying to
let
it go?
Stuck. Stupid. Like, oh my God, this shit's funny, dude.
That stripper is probably like, you fucking dick, dude. Strippers probably deal with some shit, dude.
She kept going back to him, so obviously.
Well, yeah. Was it a $1? Yeah, that's not enough for me.
But like, it was just funny, like just that whole like little situation.
If I was a male stripper, if some chick had $1 in her mouth, I'd get out. Like,
I just pull it.
No, stop it. Fives and above.
That goes over there. Yeah, dude. I don't enjoy them too much. Like it's cool to go like
I get them like because my fiance's always told me like we should go to a strip club for stuff, which is weird because it's usually like the guys like let's go to a strip club
and when
like,
girls go
the
girl like if you take a girl with the group like you get like it gets more of the attention.
Yeah, it does for sure. And she's always like we should go, and I'm never against it. Like if someone wanted to go, I'll go. But it's not my first like idea. If someone's like let's go to like comedy club or the strip club, let's go to comedy club. Yeah, I love going to the comedy club, man.
Yeah, I live right next to one. I live next to.
Do you really?
Cap City Comedy
You guys
Club.
probably have we don't get a lot of good comics. El Paso's only place.
That's the major one, like in Austin.
Oh, really? What's the name of it?
Cap City Comedy Club.
Oh, okay.
So it's live like walking distance. Yeah, I live probably like, it's like literally like 100 yards from my house. Like it's just right across the freeway.
Dude, I wanted to do stand-up comedy at one point.
We should try it, man.
So it got this is how far it got. I don't even know what I'm doing, bro. Anyone who thinks like, kind of like DJing, if someone saw you like I can learn that. No, you can't. I mean, you can.
Stand-up comedy is hard.
It's take a long time. So when I was younger, I would see a stand-up comic, and I'm like, I'm funnier than that guy. The same way when you were DJing, you're like, oh, I'm better than that guy.
Yeah.
But you were actually DJing. Me, I was just laughing with my friends, and then I'm like, I'm funnier than that guy. And then I remember I was like, dude, I'm gonna do stand-up comedy. I started writing, which I don't fucking know how to write. I'm just like pretending, and in my head it's funny, but I'm not picturing how it would go to a crowd. After a while, man, I was like, dude, I don't even know if this shit would work. And then my friends all pitched in, and they booked me a spot at the comedy club in El Paso when I was like 20. Shit. I was like 21.
So you were like, oh shit.
And I'm like, dude, I'm doing it. Amateur night? Yeah, it was an amateur one, but it was like it was an open mic because open mic you just go for free and you get like it was like
they were
paid $200. No, they weren't paying me. You had to buy it.
You pay what?
I had to pay $200 to get like a 15. Dude, think there's not a huge difference. The amateur dudes get like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to get double that was you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So it was like $250 or $200 or something, and you would get 15 to 20 minutes. And so which is stupid. I should have just did the open mic, right?
Yeah.
But they had signed me up for that, and like either a day or 2 days before I was supposed to perform, I got arrested walking to work to IHOP. I worked at IHOP, and I was wearing my IHOP outfit, and I lived really close, and I was walking to work in my IHOP uniform, and a cop pulls me over, and I was like, you can't, fuck. He put his lights on. I'm like, I'm not driving, bro. You can't like pull me over. Like I'm already, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he said, you fit a description of some kids that were ding dong ditching. I'm like, you're telling me there's giant white kids in IHOP uniforms ding dong ditching in the neighborhood? Like, what description do I fit? And they ran my name, and I did have a warrant for like a traffic ticket. And so they arrested me. I lost my job, and I lost that spot. Yeah. And I couldn't call anyone. I didn't have a phone or anything, so no one could bail me out. I had to stay in there until my ticket was paid off.
But it's not too hard. I'm pretty sure they just push comics up, or they give them a little bit longer run time.
By the time I got out, like it was an excuse. Kind of how we talked about that earlier. I was like, oh, well, I wasn't really into it anyways. And so I just never did it. But I do think that if I ever were to do it, it's not easy, bro. That's like some work.
Oh, bro, it's practice.
Yeah.
Like your punchlines gotta hit. Like people think a lot of things are simple. It's not, man. Like it's a lot of practice,
a lot of work, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you weren't DJing, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Shoot, fishing.
Yeah.
No, I like fishing.
No, like for a career though. Like let's say you never got into DJing. What was like your second passion that you just never did?
Man, dude.
Besides wrestling,
I actually did rap a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, there's a couple of songs on YouTube. Yeah,
really? Dude, I want to hear that.
They're old, bro. They're actually 2009.
Those are the best ones because you're like, damn, I said that shit.
Yeah, bro.
I used to. I did my first hip hop song I think in 2008 with some dudes from Oakland. And I'll never forget them. And I don't want to say their names just in case.
Wait, you're from Oakland?
These are like Oakland gangsters, dude.
Oakland don't play around, dog.
So these dudes, one of the dudes was a really good producer. One of them was a really good they're both really good producers, but like, and they both rap too. But one was like a little bit better than the other one. And one day we were doing a song, and they were thug, bro. Like, I'll give you an exact line, dude. How funny is this? One of these dudes, and I'll say his name. His name is James. He goes by Jay Spitums. Look him up on SoundCloud. A really good artist. He's a white dude from Oakland. The other two dudes are black dudes, but this guy's a white dude, and he has a real deep voice, and he sounds like he should be in an arena. And he rapped one day, and he was like, we were making a diss song against a dude that said we sampled his song. We're like, fuck that dude, let's diss him. Keep in mind, we're like 18, 19. And he goes, he's the one who calls the meeting. There's like 5 of us on this track. And he goes, hey guys, just so you know, let's not use his name because we don't want like anything to happen. And just like kind of like be more lyrical, like don't get aggressive, he said. And I'm like, all right, cool. So it's my verse, and I did something lyrical. And here comes James, and I'll never forget it. He had a whole verse, but the main part, as soon as it comes in, right, he goes, I will shit on your face and piss on your forehead and stick a pencil deep in your cerebral cortex. And we're like, God damn, James.
That's deep lyrical.
We're like, you said not to be aggressive, man. That's about as aggressive as it can get.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, the dude. Yeah, that's crazy.
And he was like, "Yeah, he was like, you think so, man?" Like, that's how he talked. I'm like, "Yeah, bro, that's super aggressive." And then, but one of the that's how he was on one song. They would talk about guns and shooting and stuff because they were about that. I wasn't. I thought I was. And there was a song where I said something like, "Never bring a knife to a gunfight" or something like that. And then one of their friends told him like, hey, this is behind. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I guess I found this out later on. He said, hey, man, how do you guys feel about Will? Like, do you think it's right that he's talking about a gun? Like, that dude's never shot anyone in his life. And then the main producer guy was like, well, let's get him a gun, and like we'll have him shoot someone. And so we had a meeting.
Damn.
And they're like, hey, Will, we think you're a dope rapper. Like, we like your lyrics and stuff, but we don't like to talk about things we're not about. So here's your options, man. We want you to shoot somebody, or you got to stop talking about that. And I was like, and I never really thought about it like that. I'm like, good point though. And I was like, dude, I'm just gonna stop talking about it. Like,
this day and age, bro, it's totally different. Like,
yeah, well, my style evolved. So you listen to my new music, it's all authentic, real stuff. Like if someone hears something, it's because I really mean it.
Yeah.
But I was like, in the moment, I was like, I didn't think of it. It would just fit the culture.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's true. I shouldn't. Who wants to listen to an artist that isn't really about what they're talking about? So I was like, I just stopped doing it.
That's how it
but
is.
I'll never
nowadays,
forget that.
though,
I'm like, damn, he almost made me shoot a guy. Like,
that's crazy. Yeah, but that's how it is nowadays. Like that's how you got youngsters, bro. You got middle schoolers that are multi-millionaires.
Talking about stuff that you're like, what are you even talking about?
Like,
man?
look at Lil Pump, dude. That dude he didn't graduate.
Yeah,
you don't even know how to read, and he's a millionaire.
Yeah,
but it's just
it's
about
the internet.
Yeah, it's just internet connections.
I used to be a new school hater, like all this new stuff, because we're used to the shit we grew up with. I was like, nah, this ain't real music. But I found, because I'm a music enthusiast, I found a way to like some of it, man.
Yeah,
and I really start, like, some of it I can't hear. So now when I hear a song I don't like, I still look at the artist, because I'm like, maybe it's a bad song. And so it's like, I'll look into that artist. Here's my version of hip hop. If someone's going to show me an artist, like if someone's like, there's this guy named fucking Foam Pad. I'm going to make up something. Foam Pad, and he's a rapper. You got to hear him. I'm like, I've never heard of him. I would tell them, hey, dude, don't show me his best song. Show me his most lyrical song, because I need to hear that song first in order to like the person, because I care about delivery, I care about punchlines, and I care about substance, and I care about what they're talking about. I care about the story. I care about all that. The editing and producing and stuff is second to me. Yeah. So if I really like someone, then I can go hear their more mainstreamy songs, and I have more of appreciation for it. But if you just showed me the mainstream songs, this is garbage. I won't even finish a song. I'm like, I can't hear this dude. He's an idiot. Yeah. But it's like, think of like, God, I wish I had an artist on my head right now. But there's some of them that are like, so like if you only heard their mainstream stuff, you're like, this is super mainstream. But when you hear their underground stuff or the stuff that isn't always on the radio that's on their albums, you're like, God, this person's really lyrical.
Who I was getting like that with was Tentacion.
I've never heard any of his music. Is he like that though?
His obviously his mainstream stuff it's decent, but like he does like, what is it called? The oh my God, it's like we're like 4 rappers, like they go and they rap
like the cypher.
Yes, he did a cypher, bro, and like one of the dudes was like, dude, he just cuts off the music and like he just raps like
acapella.
Yeah, but like when I listen to what he's saying, I'm like, dude, like that was dope.
Pretty good.
Like it wasn't. He did like he had his own beat in his head. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't the beat that I was playing, but I was like, all right, like it's different. Like
sometimes it's overproduction, huh? Where like if you took that same song that was overproduced, there's too much going on, and you stripped away everything but the lyrics, you can be like, oh, this is kind of good. Yeah, but sometimes the stuff going on it just blinds the music, you know, and that's where the producer comes in. The producer should know that and find a way to blend it in there.
See, and it's different too, because there's people that just listen to like the beat. Like for instance, like a lot of people love reggaeton but have no idea what they're talking about. Like it's just the rhythm and the
specifically beat. People that don't speak Spanish, because it's fun to dance to. It's exciting. Exactly. It feels cool, and you'll catch little words that you do know because we're live in New Mexico. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you're right. That's kind of a really good example.
You have crowds that are like. Well, you as an artist too, you already like, I listen to lyrics. Yeah. There's people that listen to just lyrics, and there's people like, dude, I just like the beat. Like
I like them both, the beat. But the lyrics are slightly above everything else. For me, my personal taste.
Same here.
Yeah,
like,
I gotta hear.
A lot of the East Coast old school rap, like I get down to because it's all like lyrical and stuff. But being a DJ, I gotta dabble into everything, man. So.
That's you have to, right? Because sometimes it's like what's popular. What do people want to hear?
So like the new hip hop mix I'm gonna do, it's all like stuff that's come out 2019, 2020, just to kind of keep it fresh, keep it flavorful, so it'll be dope.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, let's do this last part of the segment that we do, and then we'll wrap this one up, man. How you feel so far?
It's good, man.
This is fun, man. I feel like it was seamless, dude.
We never hung out like technically like this, and
hell yeah, dude. Let's so the last part of the segment, I'm sure you've seen on the other podcast, is the anonymous confession. I'm just gonna read you an anonymous confession that I found online. Once the podcast grows, I eventually want to have people send them in live. Yeah. But
all the hater comments.
Yeah, and we'll talk about those. All right, but here's the anonymous confession. And
let's hear it.
All right, here we go. I'll read it all, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
It says, I'm 18, and I kind of fell in love with my 60-year-old driving tutor. And yes, I do have some daddy issues. I just seek for conversations with older men, probably because I can't get along with my father since forever. I think I love, she put that in quotes, my tutor, because I feel very safe driving with him. He's very calm, sweet, easygoing, and funny. I've never had someone like him just to talk with. He's replacing my father. Days when we meet for driving lessons are my favorite ones. Feels like I have a father. I picked that one because it's deep and kind of silly and random.
Damn, that's like it kind of says it all. Daddy issues.
Yeah. Here's what stands out to me. Let me pull it up so I can kind of recap it real quick.
60-year-old.
And she's 18. So my first thought right away, I'm like, dude, that's illegal. And then I go, well, she's 18. So there's another aspect to that I'll touch on. But that's what the fuck? What is that? 42 years. 42-year age gap.
Yeah.
The daddy issue parts, at least she knows that. That's pretty cool. And the part where she says I'm falling in love with her. All right, if you're 18, you're not allowed to be in love, by the way. That's just the thing. I don't give a fuck who you are.
But remember, girls do mature a lot faster than dudes. So.
They do. But here's my other point, and I'm glad you brought that up. As human beings, bro, and I know this for a fact, your frontal lobe doesn't fully develop till you're about 25, 26. And so to be legal to buy cigarettes at 18 or legal to buy alcohol at 21, it's weird that they chose those years, right?
Didn't they just change the...
I think they did.
To buy
to 21.
You got to be 21. Yeah.
Yes, but in reality, so you're an adult at 18, right? And so this person's 18, but she's not really an adult. I'm just saying that because I know back when I was 18, I wasn't an adult. You're not done. Your brain's not done growing, so there's no way you could be fully thinking about everything. And so when I read that confession, the first thing I thought of was that it was illegal, and then I realized it wasn't, but it still feels wrong. That's a weird ass age gap. But then I also think about society. What is the age where it doesn't matter? Because that really young girl dated Hugh Hefner, remember?
Yeah.
And she was like 24, and he was like 70, and no one gave a fuck about that. Yeah. So that's a huge, what is that, 7, 6, 5? About the same age gap. So why does no one really care? I mean, they care, but it's not that bad. But as soon as you get in those teens, even if it's 18 or 19 where it is legal, it just sounds weird, huh?
Yeah, dude. It's to me, a weird situation. Odd, dude. Yeah, because it's like, the age gap, it's
a big age gap. And I promise this person, like, you don't love your tutor. And the other part,
I think it's a phase that she might be having. Yeah, well, she said it from the beginning, like daddy issues. Like, she's had daddy issues. She didn't have anybody that like.
I think she's seeking the relationship with the older man. That's maybe like a respect.
Because he's got more wisdom. He's he's
power,
been
man.
there. He's done
That's why, as an older person, you got to understand you have power, man. People don't understand what abuse of power is. They always think it's an abusive person. Abuse of power is I have authority over you. I don't have to say it. You know it, and I know that, and so I'm going to get away with certain things. I know that, and I'm going to do it anyways. It's a total abuse of power because you're way more knowledgeable. You know exactly what to say, how to say it.
Yeah, you already ran that block.
Did you ever either have a crush on or talk to an older woman, like when you're around that age?
I think the age gap with me and a girl is like
what's the biggest age gap? How much?
25 years.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So how old were you?
I mean, I was 24. She was 42.
What?
Like yeah, it was.
That's kind of cool. I thought
it was kind of like a fling. It wasn't really like, but yeah.
Why did you like her though?
I don't know. To be honest, like we just like.
Did you not care about her age, or did you appreciate the fact that she was?
I didn't care about her age.
No.
Nah. I mean, don't take it out of fucking context, but
no, I got you.
Like it was cool, man. Like I'm attracted to people that can like have conversations and are interesting.
Yes.
Obviously, because if I'm not interested, then it's like, all right, like let's not waste each other's time.
Mm-hmm.
But like if we're vibing and everything's cool, and I'm a very outgoing guy, so I'm very like, well, obviously because I'm a DJ, but like I'm very like you go talk to people.
Yeah,
like,
I gotta talk to everyone, man. That's just how I am. It gets me in trouble a lot.
Yeah, and that's how I am. I'm very open. Like I'm not like against anything. Like if you have your opinion, cool. Like things don't bother me like that. Like I'm not very into like being about opinions and stuff like that. I'm chill. I'm very chill.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to go, especially if that's single or not single, man. People that just hang out and they just complain that they don't know enough people, it's because you're not going into enough places. You're not doing enough things.
Yeah.
And you're not listening to the person talking to you. You're just waiting for your turn to speak.
And sometimes it's just like people, man, they just don't want to. Sometimes they're content, and being content's a bad spot to be in. Like if you're not moving and progressing forward or like trying to make yourself better, I think personally.
Yeah.
Then
when you're staying stagnant, it's definitely not good. There's something that comes with that. So do you think that you were attracted to that girl because she was intellectually able to have the conversations you're trying to have at
that's
24?
probably what it was. It's more of like a maturity thing. Like we were able to talk about just real stuff, and like it wasn't like she was on her phone all the time. Like you know what I mean? It's kind of like we were able to talk to each other and enjoy each other's company. Like,
well, an older person has been through several relationships, like I'm assuming this guy has, and they know what doesn't work. The same way that we know now what we didn't know when we were 18. And so it's like that's where the power comes in, but it's so much more you're aware of how to be in a conversation because you've been so bad in so many that you finally got it right. And so like I could see all that. I dated a girl when I was 20, I think 20 or maybe even 19. Yeah. She was like 32, I think.
Yeah.
And so what is that, 11, 12 year age gap? And it was the same thing. Like she was just, that was an abuse of power on her part because she was a boss. She knew. She was one of my bosses. And she was older and she was smarter than me. I was a dumbass kid when I was that young. I was partying. And so it's like, again, but like that's exactly like kind of what you said. I was like, damn, I can have a conversation with this person. We could talk about other things that I'm not getting from my peers who are my same age because all they're talking about is liquor. If it's a guy, talking about girls. If it's girls, they're talking about guys. Yeah, like, you know, it's just weird shit. And then it's like, damn, like this is way interesting because I don't know about it. And they bring more stuff to the table.
Yeah, I'm not about drama. I mean, name a person. There's some people that like look for it, but yeah, I'm very like, I'll just walk away. Like, I don't need to be here. Like, if I'm not wanting a place, I don't like make a fuss about it. I'll just do my own thing.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the way it should be.
Very independent.
When's the last time you've been in a fight? I know this is off the topic, but I just thought
Last time I've been in a fight, I'm trying to think. Was it downtown Denver? I think it was downtown Denver.
How long ago would you say that was?
My 23rd birthday, bro. I got jumped.
That's a good run, man.
Me, my brother, my cousin.
Not that you got jumped.
Well, because like they started it. Like we were leaving the bar, dude, and all 3 of us or 4 of us were wrestlers. Like we got jumped by like 10 dudes, still dropped fools. Like it was crazy. Like I thought I was going into a building. I double legged.
In a weird way, I missed that shit. Like remember I was saying earlier, I like fighting. There's something special about it. Getting hit and just fucking like,
the adrenaline, man.
I did MMA fighting for so long, man, that not even for so long, like I had a bunch of fights. I think I had 6 fights, but between the street fighting and even training, which felt like fights for me, I loved it, man. Yeah. But this is how I end the podcast, man. Last little story and we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
This is a funny story. Do you know, I don't want to say his last name, but do you know an Alex that I hang out with?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you know him too because he went to
We'll
Christmas
talk
for a
about
little
it
bit.
after the podcast.
Yeah. People that are listening will know, but just in case, I don't want to say his name. But I moved out with him. He lived in Nashville, so I moved with him in Nashville one time. And this is the best thing you can do if you're ever in this situation. We went to this place called the Pea Patch, and it's where all the military dudes went because there's like different bases.
Oh yeah.
And so everyone goes there. And what's it called? There was a dude that he had recognized, and he was like, I don't want to say the full story, but essentially like they're like, hey, before we deployed, this dude was doing this X, Y, and Z, so we're gonna fuck him up. And it was me and 2 so it's 3 of us total, and there was like 10 of these people.
Yeah.
But he just wanted that one guy because they're military dudes. He was like, all right, Will, go here, and you're gonna hide behind this car right here. You're gonna get right here. I'm gonna befriend this guy. Like he had the whole thing set up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring him out. Wait for my signal. It's gonna be like this, and he had a signal, and then I don't want you to jump in. I'm gonna beat his ass. But then if his friends try to jump in, you come from the back. He had the whole thing planned out. We had this like military strategy on how we're gonna fuck these dudes up.
Ambush. Oh, not ambush, but
it never happened because he did the most genius thing ever. While some girls came by, and my buddy was talking to that dude about something. This guy, all the friends turned around and talked to this girl, and then my buddy goes, "And I hope you remember me, motherfucker." And Muay Thai clinches him and starts kneeing him in the face, man. Boom, like 4 to the face. These friends don't even know. Drops him to the ground. We're waiting. Everyone turns around. He starts backing up. They all start rushing us. Security starts coming over. And my buddy looks at everyone and he goes, "That guy fucked my mom."
Oh my god!
And then everyone goes, "What?" And like, dude, they turned on him. They're like, "Dude, you fucked his mom?" Like that's fuck. Dude, they all started like fucking him up.
He's all fucking laid out. They're all giving him shit.
So his boys that were coming at us went to go help him again. We got in the car and booked it, dude. We got away, and dude, I'm like, dude, what a genius. We never had to do anything, dude. I'm like, what a genius thing to say, man. He said he fucked my mom. Like he just made that up.
Funny how like life happens on dude. Oh god, that's hilarious.
So if you're ever in a fight and you're getting jumped, just yell out, "That guy fucked my mom." Just hope your mom never finds out.
That's a good little scapegoat right there.
Just don't use it too much.
Fuck my mom.
Yeah. Like, why? Everyone fucks that guy's mom, man. I've heard this before.
Who's his mom?
All right, brother, dude. I had a great podcast with you. Let's do it again sometime.
I'm down, man. Next time I'm in town.
Let's do it. All right, we're out.
All right.